Hey, Brooke, you didn't come to our family get-together again. I'm your mother-in-law. I invited you and you stood me up. Are you trying to make me look bad? I told you before I wouldn't be able to make it. I have work, so I can't go on a weekday afternoon. What do you mean, work? That's not true. It is true. You haven't quit your job yet? You promised you'd quit after marriage and become a housewife. I made no such promise. Poor Fred. His wife can't even be a proper homemaker. You should quit your job and become a stay-at-home mom. Fred and I discussed it and decided that I would keep working after we got married. He told you not to interfere, didn't he? I don't know why he takes your side over his own mother's. He's my son, and I just don't get it. Fred knows I'm busy with my work. You're always saying work, 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 work. Being his wife is what's important. Just shut up and listen to what your in-laws say. I've never heard of such a thing. Anyway, you should definitely come to the next gathering. It's not even funny that his wife won't show up. You always have a reason to get out of our gatherings. For once, you should come. Beatrice, it's not that I'm running away. Yes. That's enough of that kind of thing. Are you coming or not? Which is it? When is the gathering? If it's on a weekday, I can't go. I thought you would say that, so we're doing it in the evening, on a weekend. I'm going out of my way to appease you, so don't try to get out of it. Okay, I understand. I'll come visit you next weekend. Oh, and when you're at the gatherings, don't talk about sending me money. I don't have any reason to talk about it, so I won't. But by the way, how long will I have to send you money? Are you sure you've told your husband? Whenever I see my father-in-law, he never says anything. Are you saying I'm lying? Your husband works in the banking industry and he's very serious about money. I just think it's weird that he never says a word to me when I'm sending him money. So are you saying you want me to be grateful because you send money? You want your in-laws to bow down to you so you can feel superior to them, don't you? That's not what I'm saying, but... So would you mind just not bringing it up? I've told him, okay? And as far for how long? Well, I'll think about it later. Oh well. Anyway, be sure to come to the next gathering, okay? Okay. Brooke, when are you coming to our house? You're not trying to stand me up again, are you? I was thinking of coming around 5. I told you that in advance, didn't I? Oh, okay. If you're really coming, then that's fine. Everybody's looking forward to seeing you. They want to see the face of a person who doesn't show up at family gatherings. Why do you say that? Did I do something? Because it's true. It's true that you despise our family, isn't it? But I am a very kind mother-in-law. I forgive you. Today we're having really expensive steak. So get over here as soon as you can. Okay, well then thank you for that. What? What? What are you talking about? Don't tell me you think you're going to get steak too. What do you mean? Oh, you're so clueless. You're not really one of the family, are you? It would be terrible to waste such nice steak on you. You can have vegetables. That should be enough for you. Are you serious? Completely serious. I wouldn't consider someone like you as part of the family. Forget the steak. I don't even want to feed you the vegetables. But I would feel sorry for you if you didn't have anything, so I'll let you have that. I wonder why Fred married you. Everything's perfect about him except for his wife. Well, is that so? Then I'll stop sending money. Huh? If you say I'm not family, I have no reason to send you money. Huh? What are you talking about? You're not family to me, but to you, your in-laws are your family. Excuse me? Isn't that common sense? That's why you have an obligation to continue sending money to them. A wife who neglects her parents-in-law will go to hell. I see. I now understand how you think. I'll have to talk about it with Fred first. Okay. I know you won't change anyway, but I'm sure Fred will agree with me. I'm sure he'll tell you that you're being a bad wife by not respecting your parents-in-law. Look at this as an educational opportunity. Quit that lousy job and be a real wife. Fred, can I talk to you for a minute? I have something I want to talk to you about this evening.
You mean about having dinner at my parents' house? What's up?
I just got a text from your mother.
Mom, what is it about?
She wanted to know if you'd be there today, and to tell me that I'm not family.
What? She said that?
Yeah, she said she'd cook up some nice steaks for the whole family, but since I'm not family, I only get vegetables. Actually, she said she didn't even want to give me that.
That's terrible. Do you want to call it off?
Well, honestly, I don't think I want to go. But if I don't go now, I'll get in trouble later, won't I? It's true that I've been too busy with work to go.
But the reason you haven't been able to go is because my mom asked you to come on weekday afternoons, right? Why doesn't she understand that working people can't go at that time of day?
That's why she asked me to come on a weekend evening. I think I'll go anyway. I rarely ever show my face, so she's probably a little put off. So maybe that's why she was just joking about me not being family.
Even if it's a joke, it's not funny.
She said that you agreed with her, and that you said she should give me a hard time. She also said you weren't happy about me working. She told me to hurry up and quit my job just to be a full-time housewife.
Who does she think she is? They don't even live with us. What you do is none of her business. On top of that, if you quit, that would be a problem for Mom, wouldn't it?
So I think she's just speaking emotionally on the spur of the moment without thinking too much about what she's saying. Maybe if I show up at the house, she'll calm down.
I don't think so. But if you say so, then I guess we're going. I haven't been back there in a while either. There's something I want to check out.
Check out what?
My mom's a bit vain, isn't she? She lies to look good, and she doesn't think about the trouble she might cause other people. That's why I'm wondering if she's been telling the relatives things that aren't true. I was tortured by it a long time ago.
I know.
But if you want to leave at any point, just let me know. You don't have to try to make friends with Mom. Let's leave if it gets out of hand.
Brooke, why did you come to my house? You came to my house and left right away, and you even took Fred home with you. Are you trying to make me look bad? I didn't think you would actually only prepare me vegetables. I couldn't believe everybody was sitting around giggling while I had a big pile of vegetables on my plate. While everyone else was enjoying the fine steaks, I was the only one being treated like that. Of course, Fred would be upset about that. It's your job as a wife to calm him down, isn't it? You really are hopeless, aren't you? You're so quick to shift the blame. Why do I have to be treated like that in the first place? There's no deep meaning to it. I just don't like you. You're an inadequate wife, and you're sidestepping my masterpiece, Fred. If you were a humble wife, that would be another thing. But you just act like a big shot with your job, trying to make me look stupid. If that's the way you want to play it, then I won't even recognize you as my daughter-in-law. I don't want to be family with a thief. There's no need to be nice. Besides, it's you that never comes to the house. Which one of us is acting like we're not family? I apologize for not being able to visit you more often, but I was really just busy with work. And for that, you treated me like a stranger, and I was mocked in front of everyone. I don't want to sound too patronizing, but the money I give you is only possible because I work. Even today, I was happy that you moved the gathering to a weekend night. Just when I thought I could finally talk to my in-laws, this is how they treated me? This is what it means to repay kindness with evil. Oh, come on. You trampled on my good intentions. I only gave you vegetables because it seems like you've gained weight recently. Out of the goodness of my heart, I was trying to help you lose some weight. Even if that's the case, it's none of your business. I've had enough of this. Apparently, you're not going to change no matter what happens. Don't talk to me like it's my fault. You're the one who made fun of me first. My son married someone so terrible that they put work first before helping out the family. Skinny or fat, there's no way I could accept you as a family member. I see. Then please don't contact me anymore. And if you need anything, call your son. Oh, you're running away again. Oh well, as long as you keep sending me money. Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? Are you doing this on purpose? What? You haven't sent any money this month. Didn't you say it was your duty to send us money? Send the money today. If you can't do your part, I'll have you divorced from Fred. With all due respect, didn't I tell you before that the money thing was over? I never agreed to that. Why would I send money to my mother-in-law in the first place? Is there any reason? My father-in-law is a bank manager and he is well paid, right? It doesn't matter how much he is paid. You are my son's wife, so it is only natural that you should respect us, your parents-in-law, and give us money. A wife should just shut up and listen to what her mother-in-law says. Then what is the reason the amount of money I send has been going up and up? What? In the beginning, it was $200 a month. Now it's reached $1,000 a month. Do you really need that much? I told you before, we still have to pay off the loan from when we renovated the house. It's hard to get by on just my husband's salary. I've heard the reason for that, but are you sure it's only being used for the loan? What do you mean? No, it's just, since I started sending you money, you've been living pretty extravagantly, haven't you? And I don't think you've told my father-in-law about it, have you? There must be some reason that he'd be upset with you if you told him. For example, have you been spending it on ladies' nightclubs and gambling? Or maybe you're giving it to your lover? No, it's nothing like that. But you can't tell him, okay? Oh, that's too bad. Because I already have. What the heck? I told you before not to tell him. Useless woman. Which one of us is useless? You're the one who took the money to have fun while not telling your husband. I didn't use it for fun. Don't be rude. Well, just so you know, your husband kind of sensed it anyway and asked me about it. He asked me if I knew why you had been wearing so many fancy clothes lately. He also asked me to tell him if you were asking me for money. And you told him? Yes, I did, because it's true. And then he told me something that I didn't even know. He told me you never gave him any money for the loan. So where is the money going that I send you? Paying for the loan was just a lie to squeeze money out of me, wasn't it? Your husband said he had his doubts and that he would get a detective to investigate it. I think he should be getting the results just about now. I thought he was acting cold recently. It's your fault. Can you please stop blaming others? Anyway, I'm not going to be sending you any more money for your extravagant spending. You have no idea what happens when you cross me. Fine, if that's your plan, I'll go all the way. I'll make you and Fred break up. I'm going to send you to hell, so be prepared. Fred, are you already finished with work? You should break up with Brooke. That cocky wife. She'll only make you unhappy. She's my daughter-in-law and she talks back to me. She even told your father a secret of mine. It was a secret between women. Don't you think that's terrible?
That was about sending money, isn't it?
Oh no, so you knew about it too?
Of course.
Then you'll break up with Brooke, won't you?
What? If I'm going to break up with anyone, it would be you.
What? What are you talking about?
To be honest, I've been against sending money home for a long time. But Brooke's too busy with work to visit her in-laws. She wanted me to let her at least do that much for you. So I didn't stop her from sending money to you.
What?
You didn't know, did you? You mistreated Brooke and now you're calling her a stranger? This is not funny. I didn't stop it because she wanted to do it. But you lying to her and using her so you could spend the money is a different story. We will never send you any money ever again. Don't contact me again.
Oh no, Fred. How did you become so rebellious? You used to be such a good boy.
A good boy? You were just using me as a puppet.
A puppet?
Isn't it true? I was never allowed to disobey my mother. Lessons, studies, club activities. Not because it was what I wanted to do, but because it made you look good in the eyes of the world. Or because it made my mother proud to be around me. I was forced to do things that were chosen for those reasons. I was forced to do things just to satisfy my mother's self-esteem.
That's not...
Don't tell me that's not true. No matter how good my grades were, you never once praised me, no matter how good I did. You never even saw me. Am I wrong? The truth is, you just saw me as a trophy.
A trophy? Why would you say that? You're my only son, my only precious child. I gave you so much love.
Love? Really? If you really believe that, remember what you said to me once when I lost a piano competition? Do you remember what you said?
Well, let's see, what was it? Like, good job or something like that, right? I comforted you gently, didn't I?
No, what you said was, don't embarrass me, I can't show off to the neighbors. And I wasn't even allowed to eat dinner that day.
Well, let's see, what was it? You must be mistaken. The piano competition was over 10 years ago, right? You lost the competition. You were so frustrated. You just had some weird misconception about it. You probably just didn't want to eat dinner, did you?
If that's what you really think, then you're the one who's mistaken. Either you have forgotten what doesn't suit you, or you're just making up lies to cover it up. Until now, I never said anything, because, well, you're my mother. But after this, I'm really fed up with you. Brooke and I are cutting off all ties with you.
Don't be so hasty, Fred. You'll only regret it.
I won't regret it, but rather I'll feel liberated. I won't have to listen to my mother anymore.
What will the neighbors say if they find out? If word got out that my only son had to cut me off, I'd be an outcast.
Even at a time like this, you're worried about your reputation?
Oh, no. I just said that as a first reaction. That's not what I really meant.
If you said that was your first reaction, that's what you really think. I don't want to hear any more excuses. Don't ever bother me or Brooke again.
You forget the debt of gratitude for me, raising you, you disrespectful boy. Fine, you and your horrible wife can go to hell. My life is ruined because of you. You're so cocky, even for a wife. My beloved son has abandoned me. My husband is also giving me a divorce. My relatives are starting to look at me like I'm trash because of this. If you had just listened to me without complaining, this wouldn't have happened. Beatrice, are you still talking like that? Fred's feelings. You haven't conveyed anything to me, have you? What? What do you mean, Fred's feelings? You're the one who took Fred away from me. I'm sick and tired of you shifting the blame on me. Do you think I don't know anything? I know what you did to Fred. What? What does it matter? I was just educating him. There's no reason for anyone to complain. No, I will complain. You know what I think people who make fun of people's efforts? People who take advantage of them. People who try to get a free ride. I hate people like that. You wouldn't understand the emptiness of having your efforts used by others. Fred is my son. That means he is my property. He is an accessory to make me look great. You mistakenly think that your child's life belongs to you. My mother was like that. If I did well, she said, it's because of me. You should listen to your mother. If I failed, I didn't try hard enough. Don't embarrass her. I know how your mother feels. Oh, I'm sure you do. You're both the same. Have you even thought about what will happen to your children as a result? No matter what you do, you don't feel like it's in your power. You forget even the feeling of fun. It drove me crazy for a while. It took me quite a while to get over it. Is it your lack of effort? Or maybe you're just too mentally immature. That's why you'll always be a bad wife. I bet even your own parents have abandoned a girl like you, right? You're a piece of trash who is no use to your own mother or mother-in-law. Well, that's what you would say. That's enough. I've come to the conclusion. You're about to be thrown out of your own house. I suggest you get ready to move out. Huh? What do you mean? I'll be evicted? Your husband's going to leave you. You haven't forgotten, have you? Of course, one reason is because you've been blowing all the money I've sent you. And you've also been using it on young men. And then taking little love trips with the ones you like the most. And when that wasn't enough, you even went out and borrowed money. The detective's investigation brought it all to light, didn't it? I'm going to pay it back someday, I promise. And that wasn't a loan. But you don't make any excuses for spending money on young men? Because I don't think of it as spending money on young men. I just found my true love. I don't know how serious you are. But my father-in-law wouldn't just find out and keep quiet about it, would he? The house is in my father-in-law's name, right? So if you get divorced, it's a matter of course that you'll be kicked out.
Oh no. Brooke, you have to convince my husband somehow. I'm sure he'll reconsider if you tell him.
Did you forget? You said we are not a family. I don't have the kindness to go that far for a stranger. Besides, you're too much at fault in this case, and I can't very well defend you.
Oh no, what am I going to do now?
I don't know. Why don't you just look for a place to live?
At the very least, you should at least keep Fred from cutting ties with me. If my husband abandons me and my son also disowns me,
Fred's decision to cut off ties was his own, so I won't say anything. Well then, I'm going back to work. Please don't contact me again.
Please listen to me. Do something, please.
After that, my in-laws got divorced, and my mother-in-law was kicked out of the house. The young man heartlessly abandoned her when she ran out of money. So she ended up crashing at a friend's place for a few days. However, my mother-in-law, who had no intention of working and constantly complained despite being a freeloader, was quickly kicked out by her friend as well. It seems she bragged to her friends about using her son as a trophy and having an affair with a host. So even her friends thought she was strange. No one was willing to let her stay with them, so she had no choice but to move into a cheap, run-down apartment and start working part-time. Without any work experience or common sense, she's having a hard time. Meanwhile, Fred and I, now free from her, are living a peaceful life. We'll both keep working for a while and use our money for our own happiness.
Amy, are you awake? I'm sorry to be so abrupt, but could you take care of my 3 kids for a week? Well, even if you say you can't, it's already decided. I already left the kids in front of my apartment. What, Melissa? Your text just woke me up. Oh, I'm sorry I woke you up. I wondered what you were up to so early in the morning. And then I looked at your text. You want me to take care of your kids for a week? All 3 of them? There's no way I can accept such a request. That's so out of the blue. I'm not your housekeeper, you know. Well, I was sure you wouldn't like it if I told you up front. Amy, you're a kind person. So if I just left them in front of my apartment, I thought you'd do something about it. What? Don't you feel sorry for the kids? I couldn't help it. My husband got a mental illness and he can't even take care of the kids. He's useless. That doesn't mean you can depend on me. Besides, isn't it your fault that my brother has a mental illness? You acted so selfishly that you cheated on him many times. By the way, where are you going leaving your kids for a week? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. I'm going abroad, to the Caribbean islands. Leaving your kids behind? Even if your husband can't take care of the kids, why don't you ask your parents or friends or someone else? Why are you asking me? Actually, I'm going to the Caribbean islands with my boyfriend. Huh? Boyfriend? Are you cheating on my brother again? The last time you cheated, my parents and your parents got furious, and they even told you that if you do it again, they would cut ties with you. And I thought you had learned your lesson. Of course I'm not stupid. And I know that if I'm caught again, I'll be in trouble. That's why I'm asking you to do this. Don't tell anyone. It's a promise between women. Huh? I'm not making that promise, and I'm on my brother's side. There's no way I could overlook your cheating trip. Don't worry. If you don't tell them, they won't find out. My husband thinks I'm taking the kids to my parents' place for a week. If you don't want to hurt your beloved brother, I don't think you should tell him the truth, do you? Where are you now? Please, come back right away. I won't take care of your kids. Aren't you worried what's going to happen to them? I'm sorry, but I'm on my way to the airport now and I can't come back because I'll miss my flight. I don't care. Why don't you just cancel your trip? Huh? Why would I do that? I was really looking forward to it. Amy, you have kids close in age, so you're used to raising kids. And since you're not working, you have lots of time on your hands, right? I thought you'd be perfect for the job. My husband is on leave from his job right now. We have 3 kids, so I have to work part-time to make ends meet. I envy you, Amy, a full-time housewife. Well, this week, I took the plunge and took a leave of absence from my part-time job. Huh? I work too. I work from home. I work full-time while raising my kids. I don't have any time to spare at all. What are you talking about? Working from home should be easy. Oh, I envy you with your cushy job. I work part-time and it's hard work. Did you say cushy job? I'm just allowed to work from home, but that doesn't mean it's an easy job. And even if I were a full-time housewife, I would never take care of your kids. I think I would have refused even a single kid, let alone 3 kids. Don't worry. 1 or 3, it won't make any difference. What? There's a big difference. What on earth do you think you're doing? Traveling abroad when you're strapped for cash? Oh, my boyfriend is paying for it, so I'll be fine. I'm worried about my brother. My kids are all quiet, so you can just let them play. They don't have any allergies or anything, so you don't need to worry about that either. Oh, while texting, I arrived at the airport. I'm going to be busy with departure procedures and such, so I won't be able to get back to you anymore. What? I can't take care of them. Aren't you worried about the kids? They're your nephew and nieces. That's true, but I'll return that line word for word to you, Melissa. Aren't you worried about the kids? I'm not worried. I'm sure you'll take good care of them. What? We live in the same neighborhood, so let's get along with each other. You could at least cooperate with us in times like this. How can we get along if you do something like this to me? I mean, I don't think you intend to cooperate with me. Ah, my boyfriend is already waiting for me at the meeting place. I'll text you when I'm back in a week. Take care of the rest. See ya. What? You're kidding. Wait a minute. Are you out of your mind? Leaving your kids alone to travel overseas? That's insane. Hey, check your texts. Melissa, I just came in front of your apartment to check on the kids. All 3 of your kids are gone. What should I do? Why should I handle this matter? Hey, Melissa. Kevin, what should I do?
Amy, what's wrong so early in the morning?
Kevin, calm down and listen to me. Melissa left the kids and disappeared.
Oh, she took the kids to visit her parents' house.
Well, Melissa is lying.
Lying? What do you mean?
Well, she's traveling abroad, and the person she's with is...
She's cheating on me again, isn't she? That's what I thought. So, what did she do with the kids?
She said, I left them in front of the apartment, take care of them for a week. She pushed the kids onto me. I told her I didn't want to, but she said she'd already arrived at the airport, and I couldn't get in touch with her from there. I was worried about the kids, so I came to the front of the apartment. But the kids were gone. What should I do?
Amy, you're in front of my apartment, right? I'll come down right now. Just wait a minute.
Amy, thank you so much for 1 week. It was so much fun. It went by so fast. It's all thanks to you, Amy. Life without kids is so much easier. I'm coming to pick up the kids today, but I was wondering if I could ask you again next week. I'm thinking of going to stay at my boyfriend's house. I heard his wife is going on a trip next week. He also wants to stay with me. Hi, Melissa. How can you be so carefree? You don't know anything about what's going on right now, do you? Because of you, I've been in real trouble. There's no way there's going to be a next time. You've been in trouble? Well, you took care of the kids after all, didn't you? I'm glad I asked you to take care of them, Amy. Melissa, that's enough. Amy, why are you so angry? You'll get wrinkles if you're that angry. I got it. You're mad at me for leaving the kids out of the blue, right? From now on, I'll tell you in advance. Even now, I'm telling you in advance that I'm asking you again next week, right? Are you happy now? Didn't you rather have a fulfilling week with a bunch of kids to take care of? What? What are you saying? Because a full-time housewife has plenty of free time, right? Thanks to your husband who's earning money for you, all you have to do is stay at home and raise your kids. You must have such a carefree life. If that's the case, then having 3 more kids to take care of should be a stimulating experience for you. Don't you think? I told you I work from home. Working from home doesn't count as work, does it? Aren't you just pretending to work at home and watch TV all the time? Enough is enough. I work just as hard every day from home as I did when I was at work. The company trusts me and allows me to work from home. I cooperate with my husband every day. I manage to balance work, childcare, and housework with my husband. You have no right to say such a thing to me. Besides, how can you say that the full-time housewife is easygoing? My best friend is a full-time housewife. She works hard every day to take care of her children and housework. She and her husband get along well too. Every couple is unique, so I don't think it's anyone else's place to say. Yeah, I'm sorry. You get angry easily. You're my sister-in-law. You should be nicer to me. Well, since you've been taking care of my kids for a week, I'll put up with you. I'm almost at the station. I can pick up the kids in about 15 minutes. You don't have to come. Huh? To be precise, it's no use coming. What do you mean? It means that your kids aren't with us. What do you mean? Where did you take them to? Did you check my texts? I went to check on them in front of your apartment, but they weren't there. I asked you what I should do about it, but no matter how many times I texted you, the text never even got read. I was at a loss, and I contacted Kevin. What? You contacted Kevin? I told you to keep it a secret. It was an emergency. It's only natural to contact Kevin, who is the father. Well, it turned out that Kevin wasn't the father. Huh? What on earth are you talking about? There's no point playing dumb with me. Kevin is known for a while. What? You know the reason why he's so mentally worn out? It's not only because of your affair. Aside from the eldest son, who's your ex-husband's child, the younger twins were also not Kevin's kids. Kevin got devastated when he found that out and eventually became mentally broken. Why do you know that? He said that when the twins were babies, he thought they didn't look much like him. When the twins grew up, they still didn't look like him. He wondered why. And then he also found out that you had an affair with several men. For the first time, he thought that the twins might not be his. Oh no! Through DNA testing, he found out that they were not his kids after all. If that was the case, why did he say anything to me? Because he is a kind man and he loved his 3 kids. Even though the kids are not related to him by blood, Kevin is still the parent who raised them. He didn't want to leave the kids by confronting the fact with you. By the way, Melissa, aren't you worried about your kids? What? So far, all you care about is that your lie was exposed. You never ask me how the kids are doing. Oh yeah, where are my kids now? They're in an orphanage. What? That's a lie. How could that be? We searched hard for the kids, but we couldn't find them. We were at our wits' end when the orphanage contacted Kevin. Apparently, one of the staff members ran into the kids. The kids were walking late at night without adult supervision. The two younger ones were crying and screaming, and that's how they found them. I told them to stay in front of the apartment. They're just little kids. They're not old enough to listen to you. Apparently, they thought they were just playing around in the neighborhood, but they'd lost track of the apartment. They were looking for it so hard that they ended up in a different town. Well, I'm glad you found them. They're still at the orphanage, right? Tell me where it is. I'll come get them. That won't be necessary. What? What do you mean? The fact that you left your kids alone and went abroad for a week, the orphanage is aware of the problem. In fact, you usually leave housework and childcare to your mentally ill husband. Kevin told me you did almost nothing. When Kevin was not able to take care of the kids due to his condition, you fed the kids only frozen food, right? Kevin happened to find frozen food packaging thrown in the trash can, and he said he was surprised. The orphanage decided to take the kids into care. Kevin said he thought about divorcing you and taking the 3 kids, but he said that he's not in perfect health at the moment and that it might make the kids anxious. So he decided to concentrate on his medical treatment now and get well. He'll pick up the kids after he returns to work. What? A divorce? You're kidding! I'm not kidding. Because of you, Kevin is suffering from mental illness. I'm sure it was really painful for him to find out that you cheated on him and that the kids were not his. I mean, I can't help but wonder why you think he won't divorce you. Kevin is finally trying to focus on his treatment with a positive attitude. Please, let him go. Well, even if that's the case, why is my husband taking care of the kids? My husband is not their real father. Then shouldn't I, the mother, take care of them? How can you say that after neglecting to raise them until now? The orphanage has decided that it's not safe to return the kids to you, so that's not going to happen. When Kevin gets well enough, he will go through the process, and the kids will officially become Kevin's kids. Of course, I intend to cooperate. Also, the orphanage has been in contact with your parents, so your parents know what happened. They said, "That's no daughter of ours. We're cutting ties with her." No way! This is not how I imagined it. You always listened to me. I trusted you to take care of my kids without complaint. I trusted you. Because you were a pain in the ass, Melissa, I didn't want anything to do with you. That's why I always listened to you and ended the conversation as soon as possible. What? Besides, you didn't leave your kids with me. What are you mistaken about? What? What are you talking about? I did contact you. Yes, I got your text. But the truth is, you left the kids alone. And when I went to check on them, they were gone. So you didn't actually leave your kids with me. That's... You know what? You've been blaming me all along. But we're sisters-in-law. Wouldn't you be sad if your beloved brother and I got divorced? Your brother will have a history of divorce. Would you still be okay with that? Yes, I hope for that. As long as my brother can get rid of someone like you, I don't care about a history of divorce. I know that Kevin should divorce an insensitive person like you as soon as possible. And I'm happy that the kids are now away from you. What? An insensitive person? Yes, I'm talking about you, Melissa. Don't get carried away, Amy. I can't stand it when you talk to me like that. You boring and timid brat. I will never forgive you. I don't need your forgiveness. Besides, boring or not, it doesn't matter now. Don't judge me by my looks. I've always had this kind of personality. Ugh! You deceived me! That's not a very nice thing to say. I will never forgive you for betraying my brother. I don't need your forgiveness either. If Kevin is divorcing me, then I'll tear you and your husband apart as well. You can never do that. I have already told my husband about all of this. He is also very angry with you. Kevin and my husband are good friends. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh yes, my aunt is a lawyer. If anything should happen to me, I will ask my aunt for help right away. Oh. Kevin already asked my aunt for help. He's already made arrangements for the divorce. What? You're lying! I'm not lying. I'm going to be there for Kevin. I'll make sure that he can receive alimony and child support. No way! I only work part-time! What are you talking about? You said it yourself. You said that part-time was hard work, and you envied me for working so comfortably. I make $3,000 a month in take-home pay, and you made fun of me. So you must be making at least $4,000 a month, right? Then you can pay for alimony and child support, can't you? I'm sorry. I made fun of your job. I had no idea you were making that much money. I'm also sorry for forcing you to take care of my kids. Please don't claim for money through a lawyer. I can't pay alimony or child support. I will not cheat on my husband from now on, and I will have a change of mindset. You need to convince Kevin to reconsider the divorce. I told you before, didn't I? I'm on his side. I'm going to help him get a divorce on the best terms possible. I'll do whatever I can to help. No way! I have no intention of listening to you. Also, I have no intention of communicating with you on text any longer. I will have you communicate with my lawyer from now on. Now, I will leave you with this. Melissa, I don't think we will ever see each other again. I know you will have a hard time on your own from now on, but hang in there. Goodbye. I blocked Melissa so that I will never have to communicate with her again. As for the text messages between Melissa and I gave them to Kevin and my aunt, who is the lawyer, as evidence. I left further communication with Melissa to my aunt. Here is what Kevin and my aunt told me. Kevin and Melissa got divorced without any trouble. Thanks to my aunt, Kevin was able to claim alimony and child support as requested. Melissa was left penniless and evicted from her home. Since she had been cut off from her parents, she had nowhere to go. No one knows how she is doing now. Kevin is currently undergoing treatment. He is doing his best in the treatment and looking forward to legally registering the kids as his own children. Recently, he has regained a healthy complexion. He has decided to go back to work, but only for reduced hours for now. It may be only a matter of time before the kids return to Kevin. My husband and I love Kevin and his 3 kids, so we will cooperate as much as we can. We will continue to support each other as a family.
Hey, are you seriously getting married?
Yeah, but what's going on?
What's going on? That's my line. What the hell do you think you're doing, not even telling me your mother? Don't you disrespect me like this.
Why are you being mad? By the way, how did you know I was getting married?
Because I received the invitation.
Huh? But I didn't send any.
Even if you say that, it still arrived. That's why I messaged you today.
There's no way I would send an invitation to the family I've cut off ties with. Besides, I didn't even intend to invite you to the wedding.
Then what is this about? Are you trying to say it was sent by mistake or something? That's just not possible.
I think it was probably sent by my fiancé's mother. But I explained my relationship with you to her. I told her that we were no longer in contact and that I was not inviting you to the wedding. But she insisted that we are still family no matter what. And I would regret it if I don't invite you. I thought she didn't seem convinced. And it looked like I was right. I think that's why she sent it without my permission. It's not my decision, so you can just ignore it. Just throw away the invitation.
Oh, okay then. I'm glad that we don't have to attend your wedding. I don't consider you as my daughter. You are such a failure. Why did someone as beautiful as me end up giving birth to an ugly woman like you? My daughter is only the adorable Luna.
Yeah. I'm tired of hearing it. I was a failure because I looked like my father and was bad at academics. And my sister is a perfect daughter because she's beautiful and has good grades, just like you.
That's right. And Luna is trying really hard. Luna graduated from medical school and became a doctor at the big hospital. Do you even understand how difficult that is? You're no match for her.
Yeah, I get it. Ever since I was a little girl, you always compared me to my sister. The difference in treatment was huge too. You have no idea how hard it was for me.
I don't care.
I remember one time you gave me a piece of bread while you made a sandwich for my sister. I wanted to eat that sandwich too. The same with clothes. My sister always wore brand new, cute dresses and such. I could only wear used clothes given to me by relatives, faded and with small holes. I wished I could have at least worn my sister's old clothes. You never once let me wear my sister's clothes because you thought they were too good for me. I wanted to dress up too. I was so jealous. You told me I shouldn't finish high school because it was a waste of money, so I should be working right away. But I decided to pursue my schooling with a scholarship that included dormitory accommodation. Meanwhile, you paid all my sister's tuition, right?
So what? I only consider Luna as my daughter. What's wrong with showering love on my only daughter? To a woman as ugly and stupid as you. It's a waste to give you any affection. I don't care if you get married. I won't help you with a single penny.
Don't worry. I'm not going to depend on you from the beginning. You're still the same. That's why Dad left you, you know.
Excuse me? What do you mean by that?
I mean it as it is. Dad always treated me and my sister equally. Dad kept telling you to stop favoring my sister. He warned you many times. But you never listened at all. Dad got fed up with you. So he divorced you at the same time I left home. How can you call me a failure when you had a failed marriage?
That's enough. How could you disrespect me like this? Who do you think you're talking to? Don't you ever talk like that to me when you failed as my daughter. Ugh, talking to you just gets me irritated. I'll never go to your wedding. Even if you have a child, I won't recognize that child as my grandchild.
You don't have to do any of that. I'll explain our situation again to my fiancé's mother. Well then, goodbye.
I really can't believe your sister. So I got a wedding invitation from Ella, and I went to the trouble of messaging her to tell her that I wasn't going. You know what she said? She said I have a failed marriage. Can you believe she said that to me?
Seriously? What kind of jerk she is? Mom, you shouldn't care about what she says. She's not our family anymore.
You are right, honey. You are my one and only perfect daughter.
Ella is being cocky just because she's getting married. She's just an ugly woman after all.
Right? She's so cocky. Talking to her really irritates me.
I know, right? I wonder where she gets all that attitude with that ugly face. I can't believe she disrespecting you like that. I mean, is it true that she's getting married?
I can't believe it either. But since I got the invitation, I think it's true. A man who marries an ugly woman like that must be really ugly. Or a bald guy, right? I mean, I can't believe she's getting married before you.
Yeah, I got it. I came up with a great idea. I'm gonna crush Ella's wedding. And totally messed up the wedding.
That's a good idea. But how?
How about crushing the wedding in mourning clothes? I'm not invited, but I'm still her sister. I think they'll have to let me in. If a relative in mourning clothes suddenly appeared, I think the wedding will be ruined. I bet the groom would get shocked and might cancel the wedding. They might break off the engagement on the spot. Maybe I could confront the groom and snatch him from Ella. What do you think, Mom? Sounds fun, right?
That's my daughter. That sounds like a perfect plan. You will definitely cause chaos. Let's totally miss out Ella's wedding.
Just as I thought, Mom. You understand me. Actually, all my managers took the day off that day. So I could probably skip half a day without getting caught. I'll sneak out of the hospital and crush the wedding.
Perfect. But what if they don't let you in? I'll contact Ella on the day of the wedding just to be sure. I will tell her that you will be attending. So she should reserve a seat for you.
Yeah, it will be a waste to go and not get in. That's a good idea, Mom.
Alright then. Make sure to see the look on her stupid face.
I will. Leave it to me, Mom.
Finally, today is the wedding. I'm sorry I can't make it, but I hope you'll enjoy this once-in-a-lifetime occasion to the fullest. Congratulations to you! What? You're scaring me all of a sudden. Scared of what?
You were weirdly nice to me. I can't help but think there's more to it than that.
What? That's rude. What's wrong with celebrating my daughter's wedding?
I'm telling you this because I don't need you to congratulate me. Or are you up to something?
Wow, seriously? You really don't know how to respect your mother. Whatever. Anyway, I contacted you because I had something to tell you.
I knew it. What is it?
I won't be at the wedding today. So, Luna will be attending in my place. She's busy, so I'm sure she'll be late.
What? I didn't know that. I didn't even send an invitation to her.
What? Luna is your sister. Why don't you just make a seat for her, even if it's on the day of the wedding? She's trying to make up for my absence. Unlike you, she's very kind. She takes time out of her busy work schedule to come here. You should be grateful.
I never asked for it, though. Coming to an uninvited wedding on the day. Are you really up to something?
That's for you to find out. Anyway, make sure to prepare a seat for Luna. Or else, there will be consequences.
Alright then. I'll have the venue staff and the receptionist added her name. Just to make sure, does my sister know who my fiancé is?
Why would she know? Like I said earlier, she's busy, you know. Of course, she doesn't care who you're married to.
Oh, really? Poor thing. Mom! Help!
What? Aren't you in the middle of a wedding right now? I bet everyone was so surprised to see you there. I wish I could have seen Ella's stupid face.
Mom, that's not what I'm talking about. Why is this happening?
Hold on, calm down. What exactly happened?
I might get fired from my job. I don't know what to do.
Hey, calm down, sweetie.
How can I calm down? Ella is married to the son of our director.
What? No way! That's a lie!
There's no way I'd make such a ridiculous lie. Why is Ella marrying the director's son? I didn't know anything about that. Why didn't you tell me, Mom?
I didn't know that either. Does being the director's son mean that he will be the next director of the hospital?
Exactly. I don't understand what's going on. Now I know why most of the managers at my work took the day off. Everybody's here. Not just the managers, but all the higher management. And most of the hospital executives are here. My boss and some of my seniors are here too.
What? Oh my god, that's bad.
It's worse than bad. When I showed up at the wedding, they didn't say anything directly to me. But instead, they all looked at me and whispered at each other. Or looked at me with disdain, or laughed at me. I couldn't bear it. So I ran out of the wedding hall and left the venue in Harry. What should I do? I can't forget the way everyone looked at me. I can't go to work tomorrow. And my bosses, they'll definitely scold me, right? No, it might be more than a scolding. They know I've been skipping work. I may not be able to continue being a doctor anymore.
Oh no.
What should I do? I've been getting a ton of calls from my bosses. I'm scared to answer them. What should I do, Mom?
I don't know. Even if you say that, I don't know what to say. First of all, I didn't even go to the wedding. You planned all of this. You brought this upon yourself, so you deal with it.
What? But Mom, you were all for it, weren't you? You were supportive when I said I'd go to the wedding in morning clothes, right? And now you're telling me it's all my plan? It's your fault for contacting me about Ella's wedding in the first place, right? Mom, do something about this.
Shut up! It's not my fault. You did everything on your own. Anyway, I had nothing to do with it.
What? I can't believe this. You're going to abandon me? I have no one else to rely on but you, Mom. I can't trust anyone anymore.
Ella, please contact me right away. Hey, are you reading this? Don't ignore me. Seriously, answer your phone.
What's going on? It's my wedding day. What does a mother who won't even attend her own daughter's wedding want with me?
Hey, I've been trying to reach you multiple times. What have you been doing all this time?
I told you what I was doing, didn't I? It's my wedding today. We finished the after party just now. I had so much fun today. I'm so happy to have everyone celebrating with me. It was a day I'll never forget. And yet, what's the deal with all these calls and messages? I've never seen so many messages and missed calls. What's your problem?
Shut up! This is the worst!
What's going on? Did something happen?
Well, when Luna got home, she didn't come out of her room. Luna's phone hasn't stopped ringing either. I think it's her boss trying to contact her. She's not answering her phone and just ignoring them. I think she's really going to lose her job.
Well, she's really made a fool of herself in front of the director and the other managers. I mean, even her boss and coworkers. You told me that Luna was coming, but I never imagined she'd come in morning clothes. The director and everyone at work saw that, didn't they? Isn't it crazy? Sorry, but I couldn't help laughing.
So, what Luna said is true? You're married to the director's son?
That's right. My husband will be the next hospital director.
How that happened?
I work for a pharmaceutical company, and that's how I met him.
Why didn't you tell me that before? If I'd known this before, none of this would have happened.
I've cut ties with you and Luna, so why do I have to inform you about it? Even if I had, you wouldn't have believed me anyway. I know you will say stuff like, "Liar, are you the desperate for attention?" I'll confirm with my own eyes if you're lying. And you would have burst in anyway.
That's...
The fact remains that you and Luna tried to ruin my wedding. At that point, you're not considered as my mother.
So you don't care what happens to Luna? Luna is hurt because of you. She finally became a doctor, you know. What will you do if Luna can't go to work?
I don't know. It's her own fault, isn't it?
What? Don't say such cold things. You're the only one who can do something about it. You can say that you asked your sister to prank the guests. Explain to everyone that you planned all this.
I don't want to. Why do I have to do something like that?
Why? It's for your sister's sake. You should do something for your family.
Now you're telling me that we're a family? You've never cared about me. Not even once. Why should I lie to you and your sister? I don't like lying, so I refuse.
What? Who do you think you are? You ungrateful child, forgetting all I've done for you.
Say whatever you want. I have hated you a lot, and yeah, I've never been grateful to you.
What?
Besides, there's no point in lying now. I've already spilled everything.
Spilled everything?
After she ran away, they asked me what kind of relationship I had with her. I told them that she was my sister, but I cut off ties with her. Then I talked about my childhood. When I told them about the mistreatment I received from you both, they all cried and felt sorry for me.
What?
After seeing Luna like that, they all readily believed me. Well, I only told them the truth. It seems like my mother-in-law wanted me to reconcile with you and Luna. But I guess she realized it was too much to ask now. She cried and apologized for sending the invitation without my consent. She was doing it out of the kindness of her heart. I appreciated her intentions. I never really thought of you as a mother. From now on, I'll just consider my mother-in-law as my mom. I got off topic. Well, that's the situation. You have to do something about Luna.
There's nothing I can do. You're the only one who can fix this. What will you do if Luna can't work? If Luna loses her job, it's your fault, okay?
How is that my fault? I didn't invite her to the wedding in the first place. She showed up in morning clothes out of nowhere. And it's just all her colleagues and bosses saw that.
It's all your fault. It's because you decided to have a wedding. It's your fault for keeping a secret about your partner. Despite being an ugly daughter, you ruined everything. Do you think you can just mess up our lives like this?
What a stupid accusation. This conversation is going nowhere. I'm tired. I think we're done here. Oh, and make sure to tell Luna this. My father-in-law, the director, is furious with her. I'm sure she won't be able to find a place at work tomorrow.
Oh no. That's right. Even if she messed up at her current workplace, she can always move to another hospital.
But will anyone else hire her? It's a small world. Word will get around. I feel sorry for you.
What do you mean?
You've always favored her and spent so much money on her. I can't believe she ruined her career like this.
You're joking, right? Surely it's not that bad.
I wouldn't lie about something like this. She tried to ruin her boss's wedding. Of course, her career is now over. Can't you even understand that?
I didn't know you were marrying the director's son. Please, I'm begging you. I'll do anything. Just help us. If Luna loses her job, my life will...
Oh yeah? You rely entirely on Luna's income. After all, you are not worried about her. You were worried about yourself. I feel sorry for Luna too. But I don't work at my husband's hospital. I try not to meddle in business matters. There's nothing I can do. You know very well that I'm useless, don't you?
Oh no. Hey, please, can't you do something? I'll get down on my knees and do anything. Just help your mother.
Mother? Don't make me laugh. Just like you never thought of me as a daughter. I never thought of you as my mother. What's the point of getting down on your knees? It's just disgusting to look at. I'm tired today, so I'm going to bed. Don't ever contact me again.
Wait, please, Ella.
I wish you two with your ugly personalities live happily ever after. Goodbye. How could you try to ruin a wedding by storming in morning clothes? You only make people think you're crazy, right? I can't believe they don't understand what will happen. I can only say that they are so dumb. The next day, Luna couldn't go to work and shut herself in at home. She continued to ignore her boss's calls. As a result, she got fired. Until now, my sister, who was successful in life and had a lot of pride, seems to have completely broken. My mother, who had lost her source of income, tried to get close to me in a panic. But since I have already blocked her contact information, she can't rely on anyone. She seems to be living off her savings. And the two seem to be fighting every day. Good for them. I think if they have time to fight, they should work part-time or get a job, you know? They are so miserable. Meanwhile, I have a good relationship with my mother-in-law. I am happy to finally have a mother of my own. I want to cherish this happiness that I finally have.
Ugh. Seriously? Stop calling me all the time, old lady. I don't want to hear your voice, you know. If you need something, can't you just text me? Well then, I'll just ask you here. I thought you finally came back home after so long. Did you help yourself to money from my wallet again? I just took that out to pay this month's expenses. Not for you. We can't live without it, you know. What? Don't tell me you have no savings. It's not like that, but... Well then, just take it out again. You're always so stingy, even when your daughter comes home after a long time. Besides, leaving it where it's visible is just asking for trouble. What are you talking about? Taking things without asking is just wrong, isn't it? What you're doing is no different from stealing. Where are you now? Come return it right away. I'm not doing that, obviously. You're acting all high and mighty. I bet most of this money is probably Dad's, right? You barely earn anything yourself, so don't talk about it like it's yours. You're the one acting high and mighty. You don't even know anything, so stop talking like that, please. Ugh, you're so annoying. I'll be fine with just Dad, so why don't you leave us already? I want to, but circumstances are preventing me from doing so. I don't get it. Well, if Dad dumped you, I guess you'd have nowhere else to go. You just want to leech off him, right? Oh well, whatever. Luckily, there's money when I come back after so long. I'm hanging out with friends right now. I'll go shopping with this money and have a nice lunch. Cut it out already. I told you it's not yours. Don't make me repeat myself. It's our money. Give it back now. You're an adult now, so stop this nonsense. Geez, you're so annoying, old lady. And stop acting like a mother to me, okay? I only see you as a leech on Dad anyway. This is his money, so I'll just tell him to give it to me. Stop interfering. If you don't want to hear me nagging, then return it quickly. God, you're so persistent. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna return it because it was given to me, okay? If you didn't want it to be used, then why didn't you just hide it somewhere I couldn't find it? You're way too careless. Talking to you is pointless. You're just like your dad, really. Huh? Did you say something? Anyway, I have no intention of returning it, and I don't want to be bothered anymore while I'm with my friends. Fine. Bye then. Mary took money from my wallet again while I wasn't around.
Oh, she was back? She could have stayed longer.
Huh? Are you listening to me? I'm at my limit.
What? What's up?
I've been saying I want a divorce for a while, right? I've told you multiple times I want you out of this house. Since you won't leave, I'm leaving.
Why are you so worked up all of a sudden?
Gosh, isn't it obvious? Do you realize how many times she has taken money from me? You, as a father, should be scolding her, but you two are doing the same thing. Even though my income should be enough, thanks to you guys, life is hard. I can't take it anymore.
Don't be so upset. It's just something a kid did, right?
A kid? She's already 22, okay? She's almost graduating from college and joining the workforce. It's messed up to just take someone else's money without thinking about it, isn't it? She's just like you know?
Ugh. I get so frustrated talking to you. If you want to leave, then leave.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you keep nagging and rubbing it in. I'll be relieved if you're gone. At least then, I won't have to hear any more bad things about Mary.
Me too. I've had enough of her snide remarks all this time. It's such a relief to think I won't hear them anymore.
But before you go, give me $40,000.
Huh? What are you, crazy? Why should I give you that much money? You're not going to demand alimony, are you? If anything, it should be you who's paying, right?
No, it's not about alimony. Mary's getting married. She's planning a wedding after she graduates from college.
Okay, and?
She says she needs at least $40,000 for the wedding and honeymoon. I don't have any savings, you know. But as a father, I want to contribute at least that much.
Don't you guys realize you're saying something ridiculous? If she doesn't have money, she shouldn't be having a wedding and just skip the honeymoon. You too, saying you want to contribute as a father when you're broke? Who do you think you are?
I get it. This is the last time. Help me out just this once.
I helped out when it was for tuition, thinking it was the last time. But you never agreed to divorce, let alone showed any gratitude.
Come on, seriously. I did show gratitude. Thank you so much.
It's easy to say it out loud, huh? I can tell from your attitude and actions that you haven't been grateful. So, I'm not paying $40,000.
Come on, what should I do then? I won't sign the divorce papers. Is that what you want?
Obviously not. I can't give you the money, but I can lend it to you.
Really?
But there are conditions. You have to promise to pay it back, and for that, you'll have to sign a loan agreement. If you're okay with that, then I'll lend it to you.
All right, got it. So lend it to me. Oh, and you better come to the wedding.
Why? We're getting divorced.
It'll be weird if there's no mom at the wedding, right? Think of it as your final mom duty and come to the ceremony.
Fine, but this is really the last time. You must know by now, but I can't stand you, old lady. I'm getting married to the love of my life today, and with a growing family, I don't need an old woman like you. Having Dad around is enough for me. I get it, Mary. You hate me. But what exactly are you trying to say? Once the wedding's over, I'm kicking you out of my life. This is a declaration of cutting ties. Cutting ties? Yep. It's weird if you didn't attend my wedding, so I'll let you come. After that, no more contact between us. Thought I'd let you know in advance. Got it. Then I won't bother coming to the wedding today. Were you even listening to me? It's weird not to have you at the wedding, you know? I said I'd let you be a mom until today. First of all, I'm not your mom from the start. I'm not even obliged to attend the wedding. What are you talking about? Stop messing around. You better not be serious about not coming. Well, I'm planning not to. I wouldn't know what to say to my husband and in-laws about that. Just get ready quickly and make sure you come. You can't just bail on your daughter's wedding day. That's ridiculous. I don't have a daughter. That's it. I've been thinking I won't need you after today anyway, so I'm cutting you off right now. Sure, no problem. We weren't even biologically related from the start. What? You're my ex-husband's child from his previous marriage. You're not my daughter. Didn't he tell you? Huh? No, he didn't. And what do you mean by ex-husband? Please don't tell me you guys got divorced already. We filed for divorce 5 months ago. You're kidding, right? Why didn't you tell me? I don't know what your dad's intentions were for not telling you, but you should know it wasn't up to me, right? We barely had any private conversations anyway. So, you're not my mom anymore? Like I said earlier, even before the divorce filing, I was never your mom. Once the divorce is finalized, we're complete strangers on paper too. But even if we're not blood related, isn't a daughter still something precious? You're hilarious for saying that. I tried my best to think of you as my daughter in the beginning. But even though you were going through teen rebellion, the hurtful words you threw at me over and over again, they cut deep into my heart. Even now that you're mature, you keep telling me not to act like your mom or call me old lady. You have no idea how hard that was for me. I'm separated from your dad now. Just as you don't think of me as your mom, I don't think of you as my daughter either. Or rather, our bond has been severed. Your dad asked me to attend the wedding as the last mom duty. I was planning to come because of that, but I don't see the point now after your declaration. Oh no, I went too far earlier. Come to the wedding, please. I'll come pick you up. It'd be pointless for you to go to the house. I don't live there anymore. I moved out when we got separated 5 months ago. Oh no, so Dad's living alone there now? Who knows? He might be struggling to pay the mortgage and has put it on the market already. What do you mean he can't pay the mortgage? Is his income that bad? Bad? Try non-existent. He's been unemployed for years. No way, you're kidding, right? I wish I was. Until I left, I was the one paying the mortgage and bills. Even though he didn't earn a single penny, he's reckless with money. And whenever you popped by, you'd help yourself to cash from my wallet. No matter how much I earned, life just kept getting harder. You two are seriously cut from the same cloth. I had no idea. Well, let's just forget about it now. Anyway, I'm not coming to the wedding today. Come on, I'm begging you, please come. Why? You were planning to cut ties with me after today anyway, right? You hate me after all, so what's the deal? Worried the wedding won't look good without a mom there? Well, I'm not interested in being used. It's not like that. You don't have to be so spiteful on your daughter's big day. Don't make me repeat. I do not have a daughter. Oh yeah, since this is a good opportunity, I'll mention it. Make sure you pay back the $40,000 I lent you for the wedding expenses on time. Huh? 40,000? I don't know anything about that. Stop making up things. I have a loan agreement, so don't even try to deny it. You're kidding, right? You didn't forge it, did you? How rude. I'm not you guys, so I wouldn't do such a thing. Your dad was insistent on borrowing the money. I lent it under your name. My name? I had no clue about any of this. But your signature's there. I'm serious. He did it without telling me. It's definitely yours, though. Not knowing won't cut it when there's your signature on the document. Don't you seriously remember signing it? Come to think of it, he told me to sign some documents for the wedding or something like that. But I had no idea it was to borrow $40,000 from you. You should have double-checked before signing. It's a good lesson learned. He shouldn't be tricking you like that, though. Either way, it's a fact that I lent $40,000, so you better pay it back. Since the deadline is approaching, I'm glad I brought it up today. What are you saying? There's no way I can repay that. Besides, my husband and his parents covered the wedding expenses. I never received any money from Dad. He claimed he was covering the costs of your wedding and honeymoon. Such a terrible father, tricking his own daughter out of money. Well, I don't care how it was used. Since you borrowed it, you better pay it back. Hold on, Mom! Huh? I'm telling you, I'm not your mom. Besides, you never called me Mom before. So what's with the sudden change of heart? Trying to suck up to me now won't make your debt disappear. We've been living as a family all this time, and you don't have an ounce of compassion for Dad and me? None whatsoever. Especially after you grew up. Life was hell every day. I regret not leaving sooner. He quit his job and lounged around the house all day. He didn't even help with chores and spent money like water. On top of that, his daughter was always sarcastic. And every time she came back, money went missing. Do you think I'd have any compassion for you two after all that? But it's my wedding day, you know. Don't you think it's awful to ask me to return $40,000 at this time? I wasn't planning on bringing this up today, but you declared we're cutting ties. So I thought I'd let you know before that happens. You definitely gave Dad $40,000, right? That's right. I transferred it into his account. I can even show you the transaction details if you want. So where's that money now? I'm pretty sure your beloved Dad has it. You adore him, but he's not the person you thought he was. Too bad. Help me, Mom! I can't afford to pay such a huge sum. What should I do? I've said it before, but we're strangers now. Rely on your favorite dad or your husband. Why don't you think for yourself for once? I'm not coming, but enjoy your wedding. Wait, Mom! Please, come to the wedding! Mom? Mom, listen to me, please. You again? Stop contacting me over and over. Did the reception just finish? You shouldn't have time to text me. Well, the thing is, the wedding got called off halfway through. Oh? What happened? I suppose asking him why he kept a secret about us and where the money he borrowed from you went might have upset him. He got wasted and started acting out. He used to be an alcoholic, you know. What? When? After quitting his job, he had nothing to do, so he started drinking all the time, even though he had no money. He ended up addicted. Without booze, he'd get all irritable and restless. It was a nightmare. Oh no! Your husband's family must be livid that the reception got called off midway. Totally! Not only that, but the whole marriage is likely off the table now. What should I do? Mom, can't you do something? Talk to them for me. I'm not your mom, so I can't help you. Besides, why are you contacting me now? Your dad was your only parent all this time. You never relied on me once. And now, you're only reaching out when you need something? When you were about to enter college, I was already talking about divorcing him. He asked me to wait until you graduated. He said he couldn't afford to pay for your expenses, so he begged me to pay instead. I covered everything related to you. And what did I get in return? Just insults and complaints. I've had enough. I've done everything I can. You're a working adult now, and I won't be lending a hand anymore. I didn't know about any of that. If this marriage falls through, I'll have nowhere to go. Oh, right. Let me stay at your place. Absolutely not. How many times do I have to say it? We are strangers. I'm busy with some work. I don't want to deal with you anymore. I'm blocking you. Just wait! Listen! Bye. Take care. I blocked Mary right away. From what I've heard through the grapevine, her intuition was spot on about her marriage. It ended up falling through. She wanted to reach out to me, but she was blocked and didn't know where I lived. She could do nothing but lament. When she went to see her dad, he had already sold the house, and no one knew where he had gone since the wedding day. All that's left now is a massive pile of debt and unpaid loans. It's going to be tough from here on out, but honestly, it's a consequence of her own actions. I hope she takes this as a learning experience and becomes someone who can consider other people's feelings.
I finally found the apartment where you live. Mary, what are you doing calling me out of the blue? You found my apartment? Yep. You live in a pretty nice apartment. I thought you lived in a smaller, old, shabby apartment. You know, will you stop following me around? Do you know how much trouble you've caused me? Because it's your fault. Huh? You stole someone I like. You're talking about that again? I think I've explained it to you many times already. That was one-sided on his part. You want to say that he one-sidedly fell for you, don't you? It really pisses me off. You're bragging about being popular. I'm not bragging. But it doesn't change the fact that you took the guy I had a crush on. I'll never forgive you. I didn't take him away from you. That was 5 years ago, right? You got a new boyfriend after that, didn't you? Why are you rehashing it now? My pride won't allow it. What? I'm tens of thousands of times more beautiful and having more amazing body than you. There's absolutely no way you beat me. All right. So what did you want today? You said you tracked me down. Yeah. I got your boyfriend. Excuse me? What boyfriend? Don't play dumb with me. I mean your current boyfriend. You live with your boyfriend, don't you? No, I live alone. Yes, that's a lie. I've already stepped in your room. What? Your boyfriend is the best. While you were at work, I got into a good mood with him. Work? Actually, I had a personal change at work. I was assigned to a branch office here, so I moved here. And on my first day off, I happened to see you. I followed you and found your current address. What's that? You're stalking me? That's rude. We're sisters. Well, I had to run an errand that day, so I just followed you to your current apartment. But when I went back later, I found out my sister was living with a handsome guy. I don't know about a boyfriend or a live-in boyfriend. If you've identified the address, I'll just move out as soon as possible. Huh? Why? I don't want anything to do with you. Oh no, I just found you. I'm not kidding. Ever since we were kids, you've always seen me as your rival. Whenever you got lower scores on a test, you'd tell me that I cheated. You'd tell a lie to the teachers at school. Even at home, you would try to blame me and make your pranks into something I did. How can you remember such nonsense? And that happened in elementary school. You haven't changed much as an adult, have you? You followed me around all the time and talked shit about me to everyone around you. You harassed my boyfriend. I think it's time for you to stop harassing me. You don't have to say that. Let's share a good-looking boyfriend. Well, you might get kicked out soon. Sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. If you'll excuse me, I have to get going. What? Wait a minute. Hey, sis. Hey, why are you ignoring? Oh, I get it. You're frustrated that I stole your boyfriend. I can't help it, can I? I'm always better than you. You should know that you can't beat me anyway. Loser. Emily, I'm sorry for the short notice. Can I come over there and stay the night now? Susan, what happened? Mary found out my address. Huh?
Mary is your sister, right? As I recall, she's been following and harassing you.
That's right. Even though she's my bio sister, I wanted to get away from her. I thought I got away from her when I changed my job and moved out a few years ago. Apparently, she found out where I live.
Oh, yeah.
And she says she got my boyfriend or something.
Boyfriend?
That's right. She doesn't believe me when I tell her I live alone.
I don't know what's wrong with her.
She tends to go off the rails when she gets emotional. Anyway, I have a feeling she's about to get me into trouble. I'm going to move out eventually. I'm going to pack up as soon as I can. I just need to evacuate for now.
Okay, I've got a place for you to sleep. You can stay as many nights as you want.
Thanks. Sorry for the short notice.
We should help each other in times of need. And if you're having trouble with your sister, I'm always here for you.
I really appreciate it. Oh, I just got a cab. I'm on my way.
Have a safe trip.
You're so funny. You said you were going to move out quickly, but all you did was talk. I asked him about it, and he said you went to work as usual this morning. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to hang out with your boyfriend while you're away. At first, I was trying to harass my sister, but if he's this handsome, I'm going to steal him away from you. Hey, sis, how does it feel to have your boyfriend taken away from you by your sister? He seems to like me too. I'm going to get rid of you as soon as possible. Mary, where are you now? Oh, hey, sis. I just called you on WhatsApp. I'm at your apartment. He says he prefers me to you. I guess that's true. I'm younger and more beautiful. He's going to break up with you now, so be prepared for that. So, whose house are you at, and what are you doing there? Huh? I'll tell you again. I live alone. You lie like that again? I'm not lying. I've had boyfriends in the past, but now I'm completely single. Are you sure you're not mistaken? Don't try to deflect me like that. Sis, when you get home from work, I want you to pack your bags quickly, because I'm going to live with him in this room. Huh? I'm telling you, don't bother him by saying you don't want to leave him. He says he can't live without me and he won't let me go. I understand your frustration, but please respect his wishes. I'm not sure who this him is. Either way, I've decided to move out. I don't care where you are or what you're doing. Oh well, I wonder how long that unintelligible lie and bluster will last.
Susan, is this a good time?
Yes, I'm all settled with the move, so I'm fine.
I checked up on your sister.
Well, how did it go?
No, it's pretty bad. Also, I found out about the guy who was mistaken for your boyfriend.
Amazing. That's what I'd expect from a detective agency.
So, I'd like to talk to you in person. Can we meet up somewhere soon?
I'm okay with meeting you now.
Well then, how about a private room at the bar behind the station? I don't think Mary will find us there.
Okay.
I'll meet you there in an hour, okay?
Okay, I'll meet you there in an hour. Sis, a lonely woman living alone dumped by her boyfriend. Are you having fun? I'm still in love with your boyfriend today. He's going to propose to me soon. I guess it's a sin to be beautiful. I'm sorry I became happy before you. He is going to propose to you? That's great. What? Why are you still acting so tough, sis? Your boyfriend is going to propose to me. Because he's not my boyfriend. Okay, you can keep lying like that. You know what? Did you think that you were just taking out your stress at work on me? Huh? I heard you got into a lot of trouble at work and got transferred to a new position. You've always been an evil person. I don't think you should take it out on your sister just because things didn't go well at work. Hey, how did you know about that? It's a secret. Well, you probably got into trouble at work for being selfish. That's just like you. Shut up. I didn't do anything wrong. Oh, I see. I get it. Your live-in boyfriend dumped you and you went crazy. This live-in boyfriend? Is his name Bob by any chance? Yes. Oh, I knew it. I knew it? Why do you ask? Don't you at least remember your boyfriend's name? Yes, I do. Except he's not my boyfriend. He's my ex-boyfriend. Huh? Ex-boyfriend? What are you talking about? Sis, you're still dating Bob, right? He's dating another woman now. Well, now that you took Bob away from her, the woman he was dating until recently would be more accurate. What? I'm not sure what you mean. Mary, you don't know anything. Huh? It's true that I lived with Bob in the past, but we were together for less than a year. We broke up 3 months ago and I moved out of his apartment. Huh? But I saw you enter the apartment. I saw you with my own eyes. That was about a month ago, right? I realized I left some of my things in his room. I went to the apartment to get them. Of course, I left as soon as I finished my business. What's that? Wait a minute. It seems you took Bob away from me because you thought he was my current boyfriend. It doesn't hurt me to have my ex-boyfriend taken away from me, and I have no more feelings for him. Well then, that means I took him from a woman who is a total stranger to me. Well, that's what it means. Oh no, what should I do? It's gonna be a mess. Hey sis, what should I do? What if his girlfriend is scary? I'm afraid I'll get into trouble. You don't have to worry about that. What? Do you know why I broke up with Bob quickly? Huh? I don't know anything about that. He gets obsessed with women. What? My first impression of him is that he's kind and handsome. He asked me out and we started going out. But when we moved in together, he was very possessive. Whenever I went out, he kept asking me where I went and with whom. He also interfered with my work, telling me what to do and what not to do. I couldn't take it anymore and we broke up within a year. Is that so? He didn't look like that. I guess there are things you don't understand until you live together for a while. And the girlfriend he's currently living with, it seems she's fed up with him. Even though she wanted to break up with him, he wouldn't let her go. And she was having a hard time. And then you appeared on the scene. Wait. I heard his girlfriend was happy. I don't understand what's so good about such a jealous and obsessive, jobless guy, but thank you for taking him in, she said. Jobless? Yup. Looks like he recently quit his job. Apparently, he's had the desire to be unemployed for a long time. He was barely a company worker when we were together. But after he got his current girlfriend, he finally became unemployed. Seriously? I mean, you didn't notice? Bob was at the apartment all day, right? I never really thought about what kind of job he had. Well, I guess you were just excited about the fact that you were able to steal my boyfriend anyway. Too bad he's my ex. But still, I'm really glad I left him as soon as I did. I hear she's ready to move out and disappear completely. She said she'll leave the rest to you. Oh no, I didn't know Bob was such a guy. Why didn't you tell me? Because you insisted he was my live-in boyfriend. I didn't think it was Bob, the ex-boyfriend I broke up with. That's terrible. Sis, you set me up. How could I have set you up? You misunderstood it and did it on your own. But if I knew Bob was a jobless guy, I wouldn't have targeted him from the start. Then you'll have to break up, won't you? Well, I don't think he will give you up so easily. Why don't you just accept his proposal and take care of him? Oh no, I don't want to marry an unemployed, controlling man. Oh dear, you're on a roll just now. Oh, that's right. I just thought of a good idea. I'll give him back to you. Huh? His current girlfriend won't be coming back either, right? Then you should get back to him. I don't want to. I mean, I already moved to another town. Bob and I are completely separated. There's no reason for me to go back now. Don't say that, sis. Get back together. You were together for almost a year, right? Don't you still have some feelings for him? I don't think so. Oh God, that's the worst. Someone take in the controlling, jobless guy. That'll be impossible. If you want to break up with him, do something about it yourself. I'm so frustrated. I'm the one who's losing out. You're not hurting at all. Well, because you came after me. I had to move far away from here. Oh, I see. So you're unemployed now? If you moved so far away, maybe you had to quit your job. Then that's good. A punishment for forcing me to take the controlling, jobless guy. Nah, I'm fine with that. That's totally fine. Why? Are you spending so much time commuting to work? I work from home. Home? It's a convenient time, isn't it? As long as you have a computer and internet access, you can work from anywhere in the country. What? I thought you commuted to work. I haven't commuted in the last few years. You said you had an affair while I was at work. I was like, what the hell is that? Sis, where are you? Why do you ask? I'm going to barge in on you at your new house. What are you going to do at my house? I'll go after you this time. Are you still saying like that? Just hurry up and tell me. Of course I'm not going to tell you. I mean, Mary, you don't have time to worry about me, do you? What? Why? Like I said before, you got into trouble in your old department and got transferred to this branch, right? That's right. You're meeting with Bob, whom you mistakenly looted in the middle of the day, right? That is, during working hours. I hope the company didn't find out. Sis, I've been wondering, how did you know about Bob's girlfriend and my company? My best friend works at a detective agency. When I talked to her about you, she was very kind and cooperated with me. A detective agency? I live alone, but you said you stole my live-in boyfriend. You said things that didn't make sense, right? So I got scared and asked her to do a background check on you. She told me that you've always had a bad work performance and that you've been skipping work and having an affair. That's how she found out. That's not fair. What? I got caught by a strange man and almost got fired from my job, but you haven't been damaged at all. I don't understand why I should be damaged. You brought this whole mess on yourself, didn't you? Help me. Huh? Bob is your ex-boyfriend. You're responsible for taking care of him. I told you it's none of my business anymore. We're sisters, right? Sisters? Who are you to talk like that? Sis! Of course I'm not going to answer it. I don't think we'll ever see each other again. I hope you'll be happy with the jobless guy you mistakenly took away from me. Oh no, what should I do? Bob is staring at me. Sis, help me! As expected, Mary quit the company. She had always been a habitual absentee without notice and had a terrible work attitude. The company found out that she had been skipping work to secretly meet with Bob. Finally, she was given a disciplinary dismissal. On the other hand, Bob, the jobless man who she mistakenly took away from me, is completely obsessed with her. Our parents have already disowned her, and she has nowhere to return to. Mary and Bob got married. She's now working several part-time jobs to pay the rent for the apartment and provide for him. I am working in the new place I moved to. My best friend Emily and I are as close as ever. We're talking about going on a trip during our next vacation. Come on, Ruth. Explain this. Why aren't you picking up? Are you ignoring me? Teresa, hi. I can't answer the phone because I'm working. What's going on? Working? Yeah, why? Don't you lie to me. Excuse me? I know you're not working. Why are you so upset all of a sudden? You know I'm usually at work around this time, right? You've been fooling me. Get out of my house right away. What? I mean it today. Teresa, are you okay? Don't even call my name, you lowlife. Wait, what's going on? Seriously. Can you at least explain why I have to leave? Don't tell me you have no idea. No, I really don't. I don't even know why you're calling me as a lowlife. Ugh, see, this is why I can't stand a penniless woman. Wait, now I'm penniless too? Just calm down for a second. Tell me what's going on. How can I calm down when I see that printout of your bank statement? My bank statement? The printout of the Chase bank account in the drawer. The drawer? You mean, how did you even open it? I'm pretty sure I locked it. That's useless. I have a spare key. Did you make another one without telling us? Enough already. Our valuables are in that drawer, things Era and I keep private. Even though we're family, I've asked you not to open it so many times. Stop nagging. It's weird to lock up stuff in a family. You married into my house, remember? Don't complain if I just open a drawer. But forget that. What's with the dollar balance?
A dollar?
It's your account balance. You must be crazy to work for a big company and only have $1 left.
Well,
You're not really working, are you?
I am working.
If you were, your bank balance wouldn't be $1.
Listen, that's...
First of all, I was against this marriage. You're a whopping 5 years older than him. I wanted him to marry a young and pretty girl, but he was adamant about his choice. I reluctantly agreed because I was told you were working at a prestigious company. It turns out your account balance is just $1. What's up with that? Stop fooling my son already.
Let me just say something. That's not mine.
Yeah, right.
I don't even have an account with Chase Bank, and I don't remember seeing the printout you're talking about.
Ugh, you're a piece of work. How can you deny what I've seen with my own eyes?
I have personally checked, so I can't say for sure, but I'm afraid you might be mistaken. Anyway, I'm sure it's not mine.
Unbelievable. I can't believe you're such a liar.
How?
Lying about working at a prestigious company while you're actually jobless. And lying about not having a bank account with $1 balance?
But I do have a job, and I really don't know what bank account you're talking about.
That's enough. You're going to divorce Aaron.
What? Now you're talking about divorce?
Of course. A lying, penniless woman like you isn't fit to be his wife.
Hold on a sec. When I get back home, I'll check that printout, okay?
No, just don't come back to this house. I don't want to see your face.
Jeez, then where should I go?
I'll send your stuff to your parents. Just go back there.
No way. They're in another state.
Ugh, poor Aaron. To be deceived by a woman like you?
I'm not deceiving anyone.
Ugh, you're so annoying. Just chatting with you makes me feel poor.
Wow.
You're not my daughter-in-law anymore, got it? Never come back here.
Hey, hon, you got a minute?
Oh, hey, just finished lunch and taking a break now. What's up?
I just got this angry text from your mom.
From Mom?
Yeah. She kept calling me while I was working, so I thought something was up. But then she told me to leave the house.
What? It's out of the blue? Why does she want you out?
She found a printout of a bank statement by opening the drawer.
You mean the one in our bedroom?
Yeah.
We went to the trouble of locking it, so she couldn't open it. Did she make a spare again?
Seems like it.
Seriously, even after I told her so many times about respecting our privacy within the family and not making a spare key?
She just won't learn.
How many of them does she need to make until she's satisfied? So, was there something wrong with the printout?
The account balance was just $1.
$1?
It's a Chase Bank account. So she was all mad about how it's weird for me to work at a prestigious company to have only $1 balance. But I don't even remember seeing that printout. Do you know anything about this?
That's mine.
Really?
Yeah, I opened that account when I was still a student. I don't know which year the printout is from, but back then, I only had a part-time job. There should be about 50,000 in there now.
I see. So it's a printout from ages ago.
Exactly. Nowadays, we can easily check our transaction history in the phone app, so I don't have to print it out, I guess I forgot to throw it away.
Well, it happens. I'm glad the mystery's solved.
Sorry for the hassle. I'll talk to Mom and straighten things out.
Thanks, please do. She told me not to come back home, ever.
Seriously?
Yeah, she even mentioned divorcing you.
Divorce?
She said a lying, penniless woman like me isn't fit to be your wife.
Okay, I'll speak to her right away. I gotta tell her it's mine. Oh, but wait.
What?
Isn't this situation a great opportunity for us?
Opportunity?
Remember the thing we talked about when she made a spare last time and created a mess?
Oh, that conversation.
Yeah, that. I was actually pretty serious about it. What do you think?
You're right. It's a relief for me if you're really okay with that.
Then it's settled. So I feel bad to ask, but can you stay at a nearby hotel tonight instead of coming home?
There are many near my office, so I'm sure there'll be vacancies.
It's gonna cause you a bit of trouble, but I hope you'll understand.
It's okay, I trust you, and go along with it.
Thanks, hon. Alright, let's have a strategy meeting tonight. I'll call you when I get off of work.
Got it.
Ruth, I gotta hand it to you.
Yes?
Looks like you really went back to your parents. You didn't come back home yesterday like I told you. Aaron hasn't said a thing either. So are you guys planning to divorce? I wonder if telling him about the balance did the trick.
Oh, so you mentioned it to him. Well, if you did, you should know that it's his account.
Geez, still denying, huh?
I'm not, but it's not right to blame someone without even checking the name of the account holder.
He did say something like that and tried to defend you, but if you're getting a divorce, then he must have accepted my advice.
So that means
I'm right.
Neither of us has said anything about divorce, I think.
What are you talking about? You didn't come home because you're divorcing him, right?
That's not it. You told me not to come back.
Either way, just hurry up and get divorced, you lying low-life, penniless woman.
All right. I was gonna leave this as my final warning, but...
Warning?
Aaron probably explained it all to you, that a dollar balance is his.
That's gotta be a lie. He's too nice, you know. He's probably lying and covering up for you.
I don't expect understanding from someone who twists even her own son's words.
Excuse me?
Forget it, I'm done here.
What are you talking about? Well, if divorce is on the table, then whatever. Good riddance to the annoying daughter-in-law. From now on, it'll just be me, my husband, and Aaron living together without any unwanted guests. Huh?
Hey, hon. Are you done with work?
Yeah, just wrapped up.
How was your day?
Same, nothing special.
And by the way, did you see the screenshot I sent you?
Yeah, I did. Her brain's totally fried. Can't get through to her.
Yeah.
I thought I gave her one last chance. Even after explaining everything in detail, she just wouldn't listen.
It's weird, you know.
What is?
She's always been really fond of you, right? But it's strange how she won't listen to anything.
She's been like that forever. That deep-seated ill nature that's been building up for decades seems like even I can't do anything about it.
You okay, hon?
Yeah.
Despite everything, she's still your mom, you know. Are you really okay with this?
Don't worry about me. Honestly, there's a part of me that feels relieved, you know? After all, Dad's mental health is seriously affected because of her.
All right. He used to see a therapist for a while.
Yeah, he's been struggling mentally. Thankfully, he's doing much better now. But you never know what she might do next. I'm always on edge.
So maybe it's best to
stay away from her. She's the type to latch onto what she considers hers and interfere without caring about the other person's wishes.
Jeez.
Thanks for caring about me, hon. I've already moved on, so I'm good.
Good to hear that. Well then, let's meet at our new place.
Yeah, I'll get things ready.
Ruth! Aaron's gone. I've been out all day with friends, and when I come home just now, no one's here. He usually comes home by 8 p.m., so it's weird. I messaged him, and he replied. I'm not coming back to that house anymore. What's going on? He must be with you, right? You despicable woman. Even after deciding to divorce, you still take him away from me. Give me back my son. Ruth!
Mom, please stop messaging Ruth.
Aaron, where are you? It's almost past 10 p.m. Come back now.
Didn't I tell you? I'm not coming home.
But you're joking about that, right?
Don't you realize?
What?
My stuff is gone from the house.
Huh? What are you talking about? Ruth's stuff is gone. Yours is... Wait a sec. Oh my god! Most of yours is gone too!
Isn't it clear now?
What?
I left the house.
How come?
I'm staying with Ruth.
Wait a minute. Aren't you getting a divorce from her?
No way.
What?
I don't think I ever said we're divorcing, did I? What's going on in your head, Mom?
But... You didn't seem to care when she stopped coming home. Didn't it mean you moved on?
Why would I leave the woman of my life?
What?
I purposely didn't let her come home to protect her.
What do you mean?
You kept causing drama over the account balance, telling her to leave and divorce me. Can't let her stay with a mother-in-law who bullies her like that.
That balance is a fact. so we have to accept it. She lied about working at a prestigious company. It turns out she's just an unemployed, penniless woman. She deserves to be divorced.
Jeez, Mom. I've told you many times it's my bank statement, right? I explained why it was showing that little balance. Even confirmed it by looking at my name on the printout, right? So why are you still insisting it's hers?
Because I just can't believe she has no savings working at a good company.
I repeat, it's mine.
Oh, Aaron, you don't have to force yourself.
Huh?
You don't need to defend such a penniless woman. I'll find you a more suitable wife. Just divorce her already and come back home.
Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
What is?
I'm no longer your son, Mom.
Excuse me? What are you saying all of a sudden?
I don't want anything to do with you anymore.
Why? We've been getting along, you know.
Getting along, huh? I don't recall ever.
Oh, come on. We've been living under the same roof for years.
I stayed at home because I was worried about Dad.
Why?
You've always controlled him, calling him 100 times at work and accusing him of cheating if he just stepped out briefly. Did you even know he was mentally stressed and had to see a therapist because of your suffocating behavior?
No way.
That's why. If I, your other obsession, stayed back, I thought I could protect him. Ruth understood my situation, agreed to live there.
I don't get it.
But now it's over.
Over?
Just so you know, it's not just me and Ruth leaving you.
No.
Haven't you noticed Dad yet?
But he said he was going out for drinks with his former colleagues today.
Have you checked his drawers?
Wait, what? Him too?
That's right.
Wait, what's going on? His stuff is gone too. When did this happen? I didn't even notice.
While you were out enjoying a movie with your friends, we moved out. Of course, it was impossible to move everything by ourselves in a day, so I had some coworkers help.
Why would you do such a thing? You took my husband with you?
Just so you know, I didn't force him. It was his decision.
This is a problem. If he leaves too, I'll be all alone.
Then be alone and reflect on yourself.
Listen, Aaron, are you being manipulated by that penniless woman with a dollar balance?
God.
It's all her doing, isn't it? What a wicked woman. She's deceiving you and my husband, trying to alienate me.
Who's really wicked here?
Aaron, I'll get you a lawyer or whatever it takes. Just divorce her already.
Mom.
I won't let her get away with taking my husband and son away. If it's come to this, I'll fight with everything I've got. I'm the only one who can save my family.
Are you okay?
Aaron?
No, never mind.
Tell me.
I've realized there's no saving you.
Wait, what?
I'm cutting ties with you.
Stop!
Take care, Mom. Goodbye forever.
Wait, Aaron. Aaron!
Teresa went crazy and incessantly called Aaron and sent him messages, but he, myself, and my father-in-law all blocked her simultaneously. We went the extra mile and changed our phone numbers altogether, ensuring there would be no communication with her whatsoever. Then my father-in-law hired a lawyer and filed for a divorce. Now he's living with us in an apartment far away from her house. According to rumors from the relatives, she remained at the house for a while, but being abandoned by her husband and son really took a toll on her. She became completely withdrawn, stopped going out, and her health deteriorated to the point where she couldn't even walk properly. Now she spends her lonely days in a facility where no one comes to visit. As for me, I'm enjoying a peaceful life with Aaron and my father-in-law, free from stress. Just recently, I've been feeling under the weather, but it turns out I'm pregnant with our first child. We're over the moon about the new addition to our family.
Hey, Matthew? About the lunch meetup with our parents. Mom told me there's trouble at her work. She tried sorting it out, hoping someone else could deal with it. But she also mentioned she has to go into the office today. So it seems like I will be at the restaurant without my mom first. I hope that's okay.
Oh, really? It's a bummer that she has to go to the office on her day off. If she needs to be there, it must be some serious trouble. Don't worry about it. Just tell her to focus on her work.
Thank you, I will. She's going to make it even if she's late. She said she'll do her best to wrap things up as quickly as she can. Can you let your parents know? Also, please convey how sorry we are to them.
Got it. I'll let them know. At first, we planned this get-together to introduce you to my family as my fiancé. But then, Mom mentioned she wanted to meet your mother before our wedding. I'm sorry for asking your busy mother to make time for us at the last minute.
Mom is excited to meet you and your parents, so don't worry.
That's good. All right, let's get ready soon and go pick up my parents. Take care. Let me know if you get lost.
Take care too. The reservation is at 12, so I'll make sure not to be late. I'll see you later.
It was lovely meeting you earlier. It's Victoria, Matthew's mother. I'm telling you, a woman like you, raised by a single mother, it's your fault for wanting to marry my lovely son.
How nice of you to send a message after what you did to me. What was your intention in doing such a thing? And how did you get my contact information?
When Matthew stepped away for a moment, leaving his phone unattended, I quickly checked it to find your contact information.
What? Really? As soon as I entered the reserved private room at the restaurant, I never imagined I'd experience being slapped with a wad of cash in my life.
So what? Are you expecting me to apologize? No way. I have no intention of apologizing to a poor woman like you who grew up in a single-parent home. Never. By the way, do you know how much money was in that wad?
I was too shocked. I don't remember anything.
That wad of cash was worth $10,000.
I see. That's a lot of money, and you went to all the trouble of preparing it in advance so that you could slap me? You really hate me that much? I don't get why you're treating me this way. What did I do to you?
I already said it, didn't I? All right, I'll say it again. I can't allow my precious son, whom I've raised with love and care, to marry someone like you, coming from a poor single-parent household.
It's true I was raised in a single-parent household, but we are not poor. I don't understand what's wrong with being raised by a single parent.
Not poor? That can't be true. Stop lying. Single-parent households definitely struggle financially.
My mother earns a decent income, so we've never faced financial difficulties. Not even once.
You think that way because you grew up in a poor household. You don't even realize you're poor. On the contrary, my family invested a lot in loving and raising my son, and we didn't face any financial issue. You're a worthless woman who just wants to take advantage of Matthew's money. But that's not going to happen. Matthew seems completely deceived by you, so I have to do something about it.
It breaks my heart hearing all this from you. I accept the fact that you don't like me at this point in time. But even so, using a wad of cash to slap me before introducing myself, do you really think that's the right thing to do as a mother?
Huh? Are you really that stupid? I did it because I know I'm doing what's right. That's how much I don't approve of you as my son's fiancé. You poor thing. You won't get it until it's spelled out for you. Seriously? It's unimaginable for a mother to be late for such an important dinner like this. Because she doesn't have a decent job. She's being used like that, right?
I assume you've heard it from Matthew. But my mom is running late due to some work trouble. I'm sorry about that. But could you please understand the situation?
Being called into the office on day off? That's unheard of. What kind of major blunder would lead to something like that?
My mother didn't cause the trouble. Besides, my mother just texted me that she will be arriving soon. Huh? She's coming now? Wait, where are you right now? The restaurant staff offered me to stay in a vacant private room. What? You're still around? Then come and get it quickly. Get what? The money, obviously. You need the money anyway, don't you? If you break up with my son, I'll give you $10,000. Your mother might cry tears of joy. You're welcome. Excuse me, I just got a call from my mother that she just arrived. Please give me a moment to talk with her. I will contact you again. I just spoke with my mother. I told her everything you mentioned earlier. So what? It won't change my mind. Let me ask you this just to be sure. Do you really want me to break up with your son? Of course. I'm telling you to break up with him right now. I understand. I'll go over there with my mother now. So, coming here means you still want the $10,000, huh? Poor people really have no pride. I'll give you the $10,000, so after you receive it, get the hell out of my sight. Don't ever see my son again. Hannah, please, wait a moment. I didn't know. I never imagined that your mother was the president of our company. It's a common surname, so I didn't notice. I'm really sorry. Please come back again. Hannah, I'm really sorry. You can marry my son. Just let me talk to your mother. If this doesn't work out, my position at the company may be in jeopardy. Hey, are you reading this? I'm begging you this much, so please respond. Hannah? Mom. Matthew, where were you? Hannah is not replying to me. Please bring her back. I'm with Hannah. What?
Hannah's mother is also here.
What? Is that so? Then please, bring the two of them here. Or please tell them to reply to me, please.
Seriously, who do you think you are?
What?
After causing all this, you still don't realize that your position is in jeopardy? Or do you realize but are avoiding facing reality?
I'm telling you, it's your fault. Why didn't you tell me that Hannah's mother is the president of our company? If I had known, this wouldn't have happened.
I chose not to tell you.
Chose not to?
You always judge people so easily, based on appearance, occupation, education, or upbringing, right?
Well, yes, but what's wrong with that?
If I told you in advance that Hannah's mom is the president of your company, you would surely have fawned over Hannah's mother. I thought today's meeting would have turned awkward, you know?
Well, she's the president.
Right. That's why I didn't tell you. But I never imagined it would turn out to be like this. I think you are insane. How could you slap a person with a wad of cash? I feel ashamed to be your son.
That's...
Come to think of it, isn't that money was Dad's? There's no use playing dumb. I know about it. That money is what Dad inherited from Grandpa. I know that you and Dad know each other's personal identification number for emergencies. But it is not an emergency, and it's wrong to withdraw it without permission.
But I'm his wife, so I thought it's okay to do it.
It's not okay. And besides,
You took someone's money without permission, slapped my fiancé with it, and asked her to leave me in exchange for that money. Are you serious? Have you no shame? Well, I'm so ashamed of myself for having a stupid mother. Matthew, how dare you talk to your mother like that? I'm just saying what I want to say because I'm going to cut the ties between you and me. What? And also, I'm sure Hannah will probably claim medical expenses, compensation, and damages for the period she can't work. Make sure you pay for it. What? What for? Remember when you slapped her and she was surprised and fell to the ground? At that moment, she fell into an awkward position. Oh no! She was in a lot of pain, so I took her to the hospital and they told her it was a fracture. Hannah works in an office, mostly on the computer. If she can't use her hand, she'll have to take weeks off work. That's a lie. Absolutely a lie. But she was texting me earlier. If she has a broken hand, how can she type? I know you are lying. If you were trying to trick me into taking my money, it's not going to happen. Oh, about earlier, it was me typing. What? Well, it's no wonder you didn't notice. I was typing what Hannah was saying. No way. I really can't believe what you said to my fiancé. No, that was... I'm going to take Hannah home now. Bye. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, and make sure to return the money to Dad. Wait, Matthew. Hannah, I'm really sorry for causing the fracture. I'm begging you, please forgive me. So, I have a favor to ask you. Can you let me talk to your mother? If things continue like this, I'll be demoted. My husband is pretty angry too. He said he wants a divorce. Hey, you want to marry my son, right? I'll give you my approval, so please. Hannah, are you there? Please, I'm begging you. Hi, Matthew. Oh, hey. How's your hand? Are you feeling better now? It's been almost 3 weeks, right? Yeah, but I'm not completely healed yet. I still have to go to physical therapy, but I'll be back at work on Monday. That's great. I know things have been tough, but you never gave up. I'm so proud of you. Oh, thank you, Matthew. By the way, last time you mentioned that your parents were going through divorce proceedings. Are they living separately now? Yes, they are. My parents' house is in my father's name, so my mother moved out. Oh, really? After consulting a lawyer, we filed a complaint with the police regarding my mother's actions. Then, my mother offered to compensate us and requested that we withdraw the complaint, right? Yeah, she actually paid, and we withdrew the complaint. It seems my mother withdrew money from my father's account again to cover that compensation. What? I guess that made him proceed with the divorce. I don't believe it's just about this incident. Rather, it seems that all the issues that have accumulated over time have finally reached a breaking point for him. Well, that's understandable. Oh, yeah. Do you remember the day when your mom was late due to work trouble during the meetup with my parents? Well, that trouble was actually... Oh, that? I heard about it later from Mom, too. It was because your mom made a mistake at her job, right? Yeah. It looks like she got demoted because of it. I see. It's surprising how arrogantly she behaves despite being at fault. Even though she's my mother, I feel ashamed. I'm genuinely sorry to you and your mother. You didn't do anything wrong, so you don't have to apologize. My mom thinks the same too. Thank you for the understanding. Anyways, I brought the brochure of the wedding venue we were talking about the other day. Want to take a look? Yeah, of course. Okay, I'll bring it tomorrow. Well then, I'm going to sleep soon. I have to wake up early for our date. All right, I'm going to sleep soon too. I can't wait to see you. Me too. See you tomorrow. Good night. Good night. Sweet dreams. As a result of the divorce settlement, my parents' divorce was finalized. The savings that my mother withdrew from my father's account, it seems she promised to repay $500 each month. Of course, we have no intention of inviting my mother to the wedding. When she was informed of this through our lawyer, she broke down in tears. While she's deeply saddened by being disowned by her son, she seems to not understand what went wrong. Apparently, she did something within the company that violated compliance regulations, and she was finally fired. With no severance pay, my mother, who had no savings, has to make monthly repayments to my father. Additionally, she has to earn money to support herself, so now she's working a part-time job she managed to find. It seems she works with teary eyes as she gets scolded by a manager who is younger than her.
Hey, Mummy, are you still in the hospital? When are you coming home? I'm sorry, Mia. I'm sure I can come home as soon as the baby is born. Just wait a little longer. Mummy, are you sick? It's not like an illness. Kind of difficult to explain, but it's called preterm labor. Even though the baby is still small, it seems like the baby might be born early. I have to stay in the hospital until the baby grows up inside my belly. I'm going to be home soon. I'm sorry for making you feel lonely. I have to be here so that the baby can be born healthy. Me and the baby are doing our best. So please do your best and stay at home for a little longer with Daddy, okay? Okay, I will try. Thank you. But I can't wait to see you, Mummy. I asked Daddy to take me to the hospital to see you, but he always says that he's busy. I see. Maybe he's busy with work. I think so. He works during the weekends too. What? Daddy goes to work every day and I'm always left alone. I see. Are you eating well? Yeah, I do. Really? Does Daddy cook for you? He's too busy to cook. Are you the one who's cooking? I can't cook that much yet, but Daddy buys cooked meals from the store. I see. When Mommy gets out of the hospital, I'll make you lots of your favorite food. Yay! I can't wait to eat your food. Kevin, you got a minute? Are you still at work?
Yeah, you're lucky. You just lay around all day.
I mean, I have to. I'm sorry, I have to stay here for so long.
Damn it. I never expected your hospitalization to drag on like this. I've been working overtime non-stop recently and I'm completely exhausted.
I'm really sorry. I never thought I was going to be here that long too.
So, what do you want?
Huh?
I'm working. If you need something, please be quick.
Well, I was texting Mia today. I heard you haven't been cooking for her. Are you that busy every day?
Kinda. I don't know why did you even have to ask. I'm still working around this time, right?
I know, but I'm worried about Mia. She's growing up. I don't think she's getting enough nutrition.
It's not like I'm making her eat junk foods every day. She can cook simple meals herself. Don't worry about others. Focus on yourself.
I know, but can't you take off work once in a while? Mia misses me. I'd be happy if you take her to come see me, even once a week.
Huh? Don't be selfish.
What?
I'm working for our family.
Well, I know that, but
Besides, Mia's in grade school now. It's not like you're not gonna see her forever. I can't take the day off work just to take her to go see you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you.
Then don't tell me what to do. I'm busy.
But we both live far away from our parents. You're the only one I can rely on.
You know what? Can I go now? I know you have all the time to be on the phone and just lay around, but I'm busy working.
Right. I've been bored, so all I can do is be on my phone. Sorry.
Don't hit me up about nonsense.
Well then, please take care of Mia. I know you're busy, but please look out for her.
Okay.
Kevin, I know you're at work, but can you come to the hospital?
Natalie, what is it this time?
I'm starting to have contractions.
What?
The doctor said I'll have the baby by the end of the day. So when you get off work, I'd like you to bring Mia to the hospital.
There's no need to rush, right?
Huh?
You're the one who's gonna have the baby, not me. It's not like I can do anything for you.
But I want you to be there. I'm not asking you to be there for the birth, but at least rub my back while I'm having contractions. I'd feel safer too.
Come on, stop being a spoiled brat. This ain't your first time. You already had Mia before, so you're probably used to it.
You know, no matter how many kids you have, giving birth is a life risk, and it makes me anxious every time.
You're exaggerating. There are doctors and nurses at the hospital, right? I don't need to go all the way there. I'm busy.
I'm giving birth to your child. You're the father.
I don't have a choice. I'm at work.
But can't you leave work this time? I'm giving birth to your child.
No way. Work is more important to me.
Oh.
Anyway, I'll go once you have the baby.
Well, okay, but I'm going to need you to take care of all the paperwork. I'll leave the paperwork to you.
I have to do it?
Who else is going to do it besides you?
Why don't you ask your mother?
What are you talking about? My parents live far away.
I don't care how far they live. Their daughter is giving birth. I'm sure they're gonna be there for you.
You know what?
I'm not good with complicated procedures. I'll leave it to your parents.
Oh, what should I do? My contractions are getting stronger. I'm in pain.
I see. Well, make sure you call your parents.
So, you're not gonna come?
Let me know when the baby is born and out of the hospital.
Huh? Out of the hospital?
I'm going back to work. Later.
Kevin, wait. Mia, where are you? I just got back from the hospital. What is this all about? The house is empty. Are you and your daddy out on a trip?
Mummy, you're finally out of the hospital.
Mia, the baby is with me. I can't wait for you to see her. Where are you now?
I'm at Uncle's house.
What? Uncle? That's brother Uncle Jimmy's house?
Yeah.
Is your daddy there with you?
No, he's not. It's just me.
What do you mean?
He left me and went somewhere.
What?
Daddy has to go away for work. So he said he has to say goodbye to Mummy and Mia.
What the hell?
Hey, Mummy, can I come home now? Am I going to stay here?
No, I'm gonna come get you.
Really?
Yes, please wait for me. I'm on my way now. Kevin, can you explain what's going on?
What? I've told you a million times not to call me at work. I see. You're out of the hospital, right?
Yeah, I just got out and the baby is safe. And when I got home, there was nobody there.
Oh yeah, I know. Ha ha ha.
What the hell? Mia told me about what happened. You took her to Jimmy's and left her. What is going on?
Jimmy didn't tell you anything?
Of course I talked to him. He said you dropped Mia out of nowhere and left. You told him you have to take care of something important. Why did you leave her there?
I was actually thinking of leaving her at a foster home. Then I felt bad. So I thought it's better if I leave her at Jimmy's.
What are you talking about? Why would you do such a thing?
It's your fault.
What?
You're the one who's stuck in the hospital.
Well,
I can't take care of Mia while I'm working.
But that doesn't mean you can just leave her like that without telling me. Where the hell are you?
I'm at work.
You're always at work. Just tell me the truth. Mia said something weird. She said you're saying goodbye to us.
Okay, I'll tell you then. I can't live with you anymore.
Huh? Why?
To be honest, I have a girlfriend. Well, maybe more than that. More like a new wife.
So you've been cheating on me this whole time?
I don't consider it cheating. I'm serious about her. She's pregnant with my child.
You're having a baby?
Yeah, I want to be with her. I was happy when I found out she was pregnant.
Wow. That's why you would leave Mia so often. And never came to visit. Lying about work and stuff.
Don't blame me. She's pregnant. I wanted to be with her as much as I could.
I was pregnant too, remember?
Yeah, but you were fine though. You were in the hospital with the doctors and nurses to take care of you. You didn't need me there.
It's not about that.
I'm divorcing you. I'm starting a new family with her. Forget about me.
Well, you sure have some nerve saying that. Of course, I'll agree to the divorce. But you know I'm gonna destroy your life, right?
What?
I'm going to charge you alimony.
No, I don't mind. Alimony isn't that much, right? You got like 30,000 in your savings. I'll get half of that, so I'll pay you the compensation all at once. Ha ha ha.
Are you stupid?
What?
You'll get nothing.
Why not?
You're so ignorant. It's not joint property.
Oh no, you're not gonna trick me. I know you have a lot of money in your account. We're still married, so that means that's joint savings. I'm not gonna let you get away with that.
Are you being serious? You've got it all wrong.
What?
The joint savings was the one we used when we bought our house, remember? That money on my account is the money I saved before we got married.
That's a lie. What happened to my money and all those bonuses?
Your paycheck barely covered the rent and utilities and food. I was paying whenever you're short with money.
Oh, then what about my bonus?
Did you forget that you were spending them on whatever you wanted?
Huh?
Motorcycles, cars, expensive watches. All those bonuses are gone because of that. How come you didn't know about it?
Well, what about your share?
Nothing. Even if I have my share, you cheated on me and you even got your lover pregnant. What you did to Mia is considered child neglect, so you'd never get anything from me.
You're kidding me, right?
Of course not. You cheated on me, remember? And I'm also going to charge you child support.
Child support?
Don't sound so surprised. You have 2 kids with me now. You're the father of my kids, so you'd have to support them.
No, but I have a baby on the way.
That has nothing to do with me and the kids. I'm going to charge you alimony and child support.
Oh my god. I thought I was getting a share of the money. I even bought the house because she asked me to. I was going to use half of our money to pay for it. What am I going to do now?
That's your problem. You did all this to yourself.
You're evil. My girlfriend is pregnant, and you're going to charge me with all this crap. You're ruthless.
Oh, I'm going to charge her alimony too.
What? There's no way she can pay alimony. She got pregnant and quit her job.
Then I guess you'll have to sell that new house of yours. I know you just bought it, but...
Don't talk like it's someone else's business.
I mean, it's none of my business.
I can't sell the house. She already lives there.
Then why don't you two work your asses off and pay for it?
We can't. I told you she's pregnant.
Anyway, it's none of my business. You're on your own, and I'll never let you see the kids. Enjoy struggling with your new wife.
Hey, wait a minute. Natalie, do you have a minute? There's something I need to talk to you about.
I don't want to talk about anything with you. We're divorced. You're a stranger.
Don't say that. I'm in a lot of trouble right now. Alimony, child support, paying for my house, paying for the baby. I can't afford it.
I know. You weren't making enough money. It's a miracle that you had such a good life, you know. And you were into expensive hobbies like cars and motorcycles, even though you weren't making that much.
I know. Thank God you were making good money. That helped me spend money on my hobbies.
You just figured that out?
I went to my parents' house to ask for money, but they turned me down. They're ashamed of me. They even told me not to come back to their house. They cut ties with me.
Well, you can't blame them. You left your kids and had an affair. The worst part is you even got the other woman pregnant. Even if you're our family, I'd cut ties with you too. Haha.
I thought about asking my brother for help, but he won't help me at all.
What do you expect? You left your daughter to him without explaining things.
I can't let my girlfriend have a baby. Honestly, I'm just trying to make it through the day.
I don't need you to tell me that. Isn't that what you wanted?
I wasn't expecting it to be this hard. I thought I was gonna get some money from you.
Well, that sucks for you. You should hate yourself for being so ignorant and stupid.
Please, will you help me?
Huh?
I know you have your savings. Can you lend me some of it? I'll work hard and pay you back.
Don't be silly. You've put me and the kids through hell. There's no way I'm gonna help you with anything.
But you're not struggling with money right now. Your parents are helping you raise the kids. You're much better off than I am.
Don't make it sound so easy. You weren't even there when I had the baby. My parents took the trip to come help me with everything. They're both fed up with you too, you know? They had no idea you were such an irresponsible father.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I caused you guys so much pain. I'm sorry.
Apology is not enough to resolve this. You don't understand the importance of people's lives. You don't seem to grasp the seriousness of the situation at all.
I'm sorry, but the future of the child to be born is at stake here. The child is innocent, right? So please help me out.
Of course the unborn child is innocent. Because we're not blood related, I'm a complete stranger. And I have 2 kids I need to protect too.
Don't say that.
I only care about my children's future. I can't afford to take care of your child. I don't even want to think about it. I'm not going to help you. Don't ever contact me again.
Please, Natalie. I don't have anyone else to ask.
I told you this. If you're so desperate, just sell your house. Move to a cheaper apartment or something.
I'd like to do that too, but she doesn't want to. She wants to raise her kids in a comfortable environment. She doesn't want to sell the house.
I see. If you want to give her what she wants, you're gonna have to work like hell to get her what she wants. I don't think there's anyone who can help you.
Don't say that. You're the only one I can count on.
I have absolutely no intention of helping you. At least, neither I nor my parents nor your parents will help you.
Oh no.
Ask somebody else for help. I don't have anything to do with you, so leave me alone.
Wait a minute. I don't want to cut ties with you. Oh, that's right. Natalie, why don't you get back together with me?
I beg your pardon?
Wouldn't the kids be better off with a father? Honestly, I'm sick and tired of her being so selfish. So I'll leave her and marry you again.
That's terrible. I knew I was right to divorce you.
What? Can't I be the father?
Of course not. Someone with 0 sense of responsibility like you can't possibly raise children. It's better off if I raise them alone. Well then, goodbye. I'm going to block you.
Natalie, wait. Don't abandon me.
After that, Kevin's partner delivered the baby safely. They were unable to secure enough money to raise the child, so they went bankrupt. They were deprived of all their property. They are now raising their child quietly in an old, shabby apartment. Kevin's partner blames him for forcing them into a poor lifestyle. She constantly confronts him and they argue every day. I feel sorry for the child, but it is none of my business. On the other hand, after the divorce, I returned to my parents' home and switched to a different job. While it's challenging to raise 2 children while working, thanks to my parents' support, I get to enjoy my life every day. My parents are being supportive and taking good care of my kids. Mia has become more smiling compared to when she was living with her father. It is my life's purpose for my children to grow up with smiles. So I want to continue living sincerely and looking forward from now on.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
Hey, why was my tie wrinkled this morning?
Oh, really? I ironed it last night. Maybe it got snagged on something?
Don't blame me for this. It's your laziness, isn't it? I was embarrassed at work because of it.
Jeez, I told you to check everything before you leave every morning.
Checking is your job. I'm too busy to waste time on trivial things like that.
Trivial things? Housework is to support both our lives, isn't it?
Listen, I'm the one bringing in the money. You're a stay-at-home wife, so it's your job to handle housework perfectly. That's the bare minimum.
I'm working from home too, you know. I'm earning some income as well.
Don't get cocky just because you're earning pocket change. Without me, you wouldn't even survive.
Do you really mean that?
Of course. You're useless and you're only living comfortably because of me. Show some gratitude.
Useless? I'm doing my best to take care of the house and work at the same time.
I don't care about effort. Results are all that matter. If you can't deliver results, then what's the point of you even being here?
You don't have to say it so harshly.
But let me ask you this. What value do you bring to my life? Tell me.
I think taking care of each other as a couple is what really matters.
Huh. Stop being so naive. Unlike you, I don't have the luxury to waste time on emotional nonsense.
Then at least try to notice the effort I'm putting in.
If your effort doesn't lead to results, it's meaningless. That's why I'm complaining. If you want my recognition so badly, start by making sure my tie is perfectly prepared in the morning.
Is that really such a big deal?
Of course it is. You can't possibly understand how important my work is.
Then why don't you tell me specifically what you expect?
Figure it out yourself. Do I really have to give you step-by-step instructions?
I don't think that's fair. I want to meet your expectations, but I also have my limits.
Limits? Don't use your lack of effort as an excuse.
Are you sure this is entirely my fault? Can't we work together more as a couple?
Stop with that sweet talk about cooperation. I'm the one earning the money, so you should do your part to match that. That's it.
All right, I'll try harder.
Explain this. I can't stop thinking about it.
What are you talking about?
I just saw the diagnosis results.
Did you look at them without asking?
Yeah.
Why? That was addressed to me, wasn't it?
I was curious. You've been acting strange lately, and while I could already tell something was off, I had to see for myself.
But that's an invasion of privacy. At the very least, you should have waited for me to tell you myself.
Privacy? Oh, please. Are you seriously talking about privacy in a marriage? What are you hiding from me? Anyway, 6 months left to live. That's no joke, is it?
I didn't mean to hide it. I just wanted to find the right moment to tell you. I was trying to prepare so you wouldn't be overwhelmed.
Yeah, right. You just wanted to handle it all by yourself because you don't trust me. Anyway, is this diagnosis even accurate? Couldn't it be a mistake?
Unfortunately, it's true. But don't worry, the doctor said there's still hope with treatment.
What? You're actually considering treatment?
What do you mean?
You're joking, right? Spending all that money on such a nuisance with only half a year left to live.
But wait a second. What do you mean by nuisance?
Exactly what I said. The treatment costs are no joke, you know. Do you really think you're worth spending tens of thousands on for treatment?
How can you say that? Do you have any idea how seriously I've been thinking about all of this?
Nope. I'm just being practical here. Honestly, you should see this as a positive thing.
Are you seriously saying that? I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Believe it. Hearing you only have 6 months to live is the funniest thing I've ever heard. What's this so you wouldn't be overwhelmed nonsense? I'm thrilled, actually. Perfect timing, really. Lucky me, I'll get the life insurance and buy a house for me and my girlfriend.
What did you just say? A girlfriend?
Yeah, I've been seeing someone for a while now. Unlike you, she's young, supportive, and knows how to treat a man right. Honestly, I've been thinking you're in the way, and now this happens. It's perfect.
You can't possibly be serious.
I'm completely serious. Also, get out of the house.
You're telling me to leave just like that?
But don't even try to cling on pathetically. It's disgusting.
I'm not clinging. I just need some time to...
I don't care. Spend your last 6 months alone.
Fine. Send me my belongings. I'll give you the address later.
Belongings? Do you even need anything? You've only got 6 months left anyway.
Hey, Madison, it's been a while. Hayden, what's going on? What do you mean, what's going on? How's Ted doing? Well, actually... have you talked to him properly? I've already secured a hospital room so he can be admitted anytime, and I've spoken with the doctors in advance. About that, I really appreciate everything you've done, but I'm sorry. Huh? What do you mean sorry? Did something happen? I'm really grateful for all the effort you put in, but it's all gone to waste. Gone to waste? What do you mean by that? You're not saying he's refusing to be admitted or treated, are you? That's exactly what I'm saying. He's refusing everything. What? Why? I thought the doctor said that while it's progressed, there's still a chance with treatment. We only mentioned the 6 months to live, so it might encourage him to start treatment ASAP. But he's adamant that he doesn't need any treatment. Why would he say that? Giving up on a chance to save his own life is incomprehensible. His reason? He says the treatment costs are a waste. Treatment costs? Is he serious? Putting a price tag on his own life? I couldn't believe it either, but that's exactly what he said. OMG. I don't even know what to say. Explaining it all is exhausting, honestly. Should I send you the screenshots from our conversation? Yeah, please do. I need to understand the situation better and see exactly what's going on. Hey, what is this? I can't make sense of it. How did things end up like this? It's outrageous. Right? Outrageous doesn't even begin to describe it. But Ted has clearly misunderstood something here. Aren't you going to tell him? Why should I? In this situation, I don't owe him the truth. Yeah, you're right. Considering the betrayal you've gone through, you're under no obligation to say anything. Still, I can't believe he's the kind of person who could say something like that so easily. Honestly, it's far worse than I ever imagined. He always had a tendency toward emotional abuse. If things didn't go his way, even over small matters, he'd get angry, and his pride was absurdly inflated. I think he was deeply bothered by the fact that I earned more than him. Wow. So he let that inferiority complex fester and lashed out at me. But honestly, I didn't care at all. I never intended to act superior because I was earning more. I just wanted to keep our home peaceful, and that was enough for me. I get it. So even though you didn't care, he was stressing himself out over it all by himself. Exactly. Then he found a new girlfriend. A young girl, the kind who strokes his ego. And when he mistakenly thought I had only 6 months to live, he probably fantasized about getting a huge insurance payout. That's when he completely lost it. I see. That explains his tone. He might have been drinking too. He's always liked alcohol and it tends to bring out his true nature. But that's no excuse. I have absolutely no intention of forgiving him. You're right. Alcohol doesn't create behavior, it reveals it. Using it as an excuse doesn't hold up. Exactly. So Hayden, I'm sorry, but let's just drop this topic. Alright. As a doctor, it's a bit of a tricky position for me, but this is a marital issue. Thank you. Anyway, how are you doing? Me? After being betrayed like this, isn't it painful? Honestly, yeah, it's a little painful. Maybe not a little painful. Actually, it's a lot. Of course. But hey. What? I'm on your side. Lean on me anytime. Thank you so much. You're the best little brother anyone could ask for. And geez, having a sister like you is exhausting, Listen to you. I just can't wrap my head around this. What on earth are you thinking?
Huh? What are you even talking about?
Why won't you agree to the divorce? You have a girlfriend and there's not even a shred of love left for me, is there?
Damn right. What part of you am I supposed to love?
Then just agree to the divorce.
Nope.
Why not?
It's obvious. I need to ensure I get the insurance payout. You're going to kick the bucket in 6 months anyway, so there's no reason to divorce you.
I won't go along with that.
I couldn't care less about how you feel.
And by the way, if the insurance is what you're after, what makes you think I haven't already canceled it?
What? You didn't.
Did you really think I'd leave it active after everything you said to me?
Are you kidding me? What do you even gain from that? You're not going to make it anyway. You could at least think about being useful to someone before you go.
I don't have any desire to be useful to you.
Wow, you're seriously twisted. No wonder you're being dumped.
Coming from you? Oh, that's rich. But if you agree to the divorce, I might consider leaving the insurance alone.
You think you're in a position to make demands like that?
And you think you have the upper hand? If I take this to court, I'll get the divorce anyway. And I can cancel the insurance whenever I want. It won't affect me at all. I just want to get this over with quickly. That's all.
Annoying. Fine, whatever. Honestly, I've been wanting to get rid of a boring, unappealing wife like you anyway.
Oh, good. That makes 2 of us. And just so you know, I'm still coming after you for compensation for the affair.
Money, money, money. That's all you care about, huh? It's disgusting how shameless you are to the very end. But fine, I'll generously throw some cash your way. After all, in 6 months, I'll get way more than that anyway. Just checking in today as well. Gotta stay updated on the situation, you know. How's it going? So are you finally kicking the bucket?
Seriously, you're relentless.
Ugh, what a pain. So judging by your reply, you're still alive, huh?
Oh, I'm very much alive, thank you.
You're not undergoing treatment or anything, are you?
Nope, not at all.
Then stop dragging it out and embarrassing yourself. Don't tell me you're still clinging to this world.
Well, maybe I am. I wouldn't mind sticking around for a while.
Sticking around? You? No way. You've only got 4 months left, remember?
And what about you? How are you feeling?
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
I mean your health.
Why are you asking? I'm fine. Nothing to report.
Really?
Well, if anything, I guess I can't handle alcohol as well as I used to. Used to drink like a fish, but now hangovers hit me hard. Guess I'm getting old. But seriously, why are you asking?
Oh, no reason. And by the way, I heard you got engaged. Congratulations.
How do you know that? You stalking me or something? Ugh, creepy.
Oh, I heard it through the grapevine.
Yeah, well, that's right. Let me tell you, I'm way happier now with someone way better than you. So just hurry up and cross the bridge already.
Why should I? I'm not your problem anymore.
Not my problem? Of course you're still my problem. I'm marrying her on the promise of a big insurance payout when you're gone.
Oh, what a romantic proposal. And the woman who accepted that? Well, I'm not surprised. Cheating already said plenty about her.
Jealous much? You sound pathetic.
Jealous? Of that? You gotta be kidding.
Anyway, just hand over the insurance payout already. That's the only value you have left.
You're delusional. You're not getting anything.
What? What does that mean?
Exactly what I said.
Wait, you didn't cancel the policy, did you? That wasn't part of the deal. You've got to be kidding me. Is this revenge? You're such a piece of garbage. You just couldn't resist messing with people even at the end, could you? You're an absolute joke. You conned me and took my money. You had one chance to do something useful, and you blew it. If you hadn't canceled it, I might have actually been grateful to you. But now, it's the opposite. I'll hate you until the end. And when you take your last breath, just remember, someone out there absolutely despises you.
You know what? What are you even rambling about? Unlike you, I don't deceive people. And I've kept my promise. The policy is still active.
Oh, so I'll get the payout, right?
No, you won't.
Are you completely out of your mind? You were diagnosed with 6 months left to live. That means...
Oh no, my dear. The diagnosis wasn't for me, it was for you.
Wait, what? Hey, explain this. What the hell is going on? You've been lying to me, haven't you?
What's with you all of a sudden? What are you talking about?
And don't play dumb. I went to the hospital and they said I have late-stage cancer. Why me?
Well, that's what the 6 months to live diagnosis was about.
But that diagnosis was for you.
No, I've been telling you. It wasn't.
What? Explain this. Make it make sense.
You see, you hate doctors, right? But you love drinking, and your lifestyle isn't exactly healthy, so I was really worried about you. That's why I asked you to come with me for a health checkup, remember? I even said my brother, the doctor, could do it for free as a favor. But I knew you wouldn't go unless I sweetened the deal, so I promised to buy you that golf club you wanted for your birthday.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, by the way, the checkup wasn't actually free. I paid for it. I just said that to convince you to go.
It doesn't matter, just explain this.
Well, it turns out my worries were spot on. You were diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and it's already pretty advanced.
No, but the envelope was addressed to you.
That's because you, with your inflated pride and fragile ego, would have completely freaked out if they told you outright. I figured it'd be a huge shock for you, so I had the results sent to me first. I wanted to break it to you gently to minimize the blow.
OMG.
But then you looked at it before I could explain.
Then why didn't you correct me when I misunderstood? If you had said something then, maybe it wouldn't be too late now.
Oh, I thought you understood and had already accepted it.
Why the hell would I?
But you were the one saying things like treatment isn't worth it and my life isn't worth spending that much money on.
That's because...
And honestly, I kind of agreed with you. I mean, your life really isn't worth that much, is it?
You've got to be kidding me. How dare you say something like that?
Hey, you're the one who said it first. I'm just quoting you.
Mark my words. This isn't over. I'll make you regret this, I swear.
Enough is enough.
Huh?
This is getting out of hand. Do you even realize what you've done?
What are you talking about?
Oh, don't play dumb. You barged into my brother's workplace and caused a huge scene.
Oh, that?
That? That's all you have to say?
Don't make such a big deal out of it. Compared to what I've been through, it's nothing. If anything, I'm just getting started.
You're planning to cause even more trouble?
Trouble? Oh, please. The real justice is on my side. Your brother, a doctor, ignored my illness. As a doctor, no, as a human being, that's unacceptable. I was doing the right thing by exposing his incompetence.
So yelling insults about him at the hospital and disrupting everyone there was your idea of justice?
Exactly.
And the online posts slandering the hospital and my brother, those are from you too?
Of course.
What's your goal here? Why are you harassing him like this?
I'm just delivering justice to the wicked. And hey, I'm preventing other patients from suffering the way I did. I'm basically a hero. But I'm not completely heartless. If you guys reflect on your actions and change your attitude, I might consider forgiving you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Simple. Give me VIP treatment, like a 5-star hotel room and top-notch medical care. If your brother manages to cure my illness, I might consider forgiving you both.
Are you serious?
If you refuse, don't expect any mercy. I'm the victim here, and I'll make sure everyone knows it. I'll take you guys down to the ground. Hey, what the hell are you meddling in now?
What?
You're always sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. Why am I being sued, huh?
Why? Well, because after everything you did, it's obvious someone would sue you.
Shut up, I'm the victim here. I'm already being pushed to the edge. What more do they want from me?
No, you're not a victim. You're the perpetrator. Maybe you should take a moment to reflect on everything you've done.
This is insane. Damages? Are you seriously pushing for that? Are you trying to completely ruin me? What else can you possibly take from me? I've already lost everything.
Oh, stop playing the victim. Do you have any idea how much trouble you've caused everyone around you? This situation is entirely of your own making.
Wait a second. You got it all wrong. I'm just trying to save my own life. That's all I want.
Oh, so barging into my brother's hospital and making a scene is your idea of saving yourself? That's what you consider negotiating?
He's a doctor, isn't he? He could have bent the rules a little to help me out. My life was on the line. He had an obligation to give me the best treatment.
Absolutely not. There's no way I'm helping you, and there's no way I let him treat you. You were the one who said treatment costs were a waste. Remember?
Why would you throw that in my face now? I just want to survive. If you'd cooperate, there's still a chance to save me.
Who says your life is worth saving? Certainly not me.
You? That's going too far. There are things you just don't say to someone.
Oh, really? Everything I'm saying now is just what you've said to me in the past. Why are you so shocked to hear your own words thrown back at you?
I never said anything that cruel.
Oh, but you did. Your head must be as sick as your body. Sound familiar?
No.
Well, you did. Oh, and by the way, I'll be coming after you for a big settlement of emotional abuse.
What? Emotional abuse?
Yes, I have a record of everything you've said and done.
But I am sick.
I know, but this is a different matter.
But why now? Why at the worst possible time?
Because what's worst for you is absolutely best for me.
Jeez, how far are you going to take this? What did I ever do to make you hate me this much?
Excuse me?
This is too much, even for you. Even if you hate me, there has to be a limit.
What exactly are you talking about? Be specific, please.
You know damn well what I'm talking about. Because of you, my fiancé left me.
Oh, don't pin this on me. Everything that's happened is entirely your own doing. And honestly, she only married you for the money. The moment she realized there wouldn't be a payout, she was going to leave anyway. It just happened a little sooner, that's all.
Please. I know I was wrong, I get it. But please, help me somehow. If this keeps up, I'm really done for. I'm sick, all alone, and I have nothing left.
And? Are you expecting me to feel sorry for you? I've already told you that's not going to happen.
How can you not feel the slightest bit of pity? How can you be so cold?
Oh, I don't feel sorry at all. If anything, I think it's fitting that life is finally making you pay for your actions.
Then what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to go on? Someone tell me.
Well, I don't know. That's for you to figure out. Take responsibility for your life and how you've chosen to live it. Spend the rest of your time quietly reflecting on the things you've done. That might be the only thing left for you now.
Hey, how are you going to fix this? You've completely ruined my life.
Excuse me?
Because of you. Because of you, I've lost everything.
Ugh, what a pain. If you're still messaging me, that means you're still alive. Stop embarrassing yourself. Are you really that desperate to cling to this world?
There are things you just don't say to someone no matter what.
Maybe you should tell that to your past self.
You gotta be kidding me. Because of you, I've lost it all.
The fact that you're even in the hospital is a miracle. Luckily, your company has good health insurance, letting even someone like you get treated.
Treated? The stump of a shared room doesn't count. They're barely doing anything for me, and the nurses have terrible attitudes.
They're not doing much because there's nothing they can do anymore. And the nurses probably just hate you because you're insufferable.
Why is this happening to me? If I'd started treatment earlier, maybe I'd have had a chance. But you...
You're the one who said treatment wasn't necessary.
That was about you. Don't act like my life and yours are worth the same.
I agree, but your life being more valuable than mine? That's laughable.
Then...
My life being equal to someone like you? No, your life is nothing but a burden to others.
You're unbelievable. Saying something like that in a situation like this? You're not even human.
And yet, you can't even reflect on your own actions, can you? Even now, with everything happening, you're still playing the victim. I'm speechless.
I don't need to reflect on anything. This is all your fault. The fact that no one visits me is probably because you've been bad-mouthing me behind my back.
Excuse me? What are you even talking about?
Don't act innocent. Since I was admitted, no one has come to visit. You must be working behind the scenes, contacting my acquaintances and bad-mouthing me, right? I bet you've been digging into my social circle and harassing everyone to stop them from visiting me.
As if I'd waste my time on something so tedious. And honestly, how would I even pull that off? You're giving me way too much credit.
Huh? That's what I want to ask you. You're definitely going around spreading bad rumors about me.
Or maybe people are just naturally staying away from you without me needing to do anything.
What? Why is that? Don't they know how much I'm suffering?
Suffering? Compared to all the pain you've caused others, your suffering is barely a fraction.
What are you talking about?
Oh, it's simple. People hate you. That's all there is to it.
No, that can't be true.
Oh, it is. Frankly, it's surprising they didn't hate you sooner. You've always used people to satisfy your own selfish desires.
Are you saying I've done so many terrible things?
Yes, I am. So why not spend the time you have left living quietly? Don't bother anyone anymore. And while you're at it, reflect on all the suffering you've caused. Think about all the faces of the people who hate you, and then just fade away. Ted passed away alone without ever showing remorse for his actions. His remains were claimed by a distant relative, but they refused to hold a funeral. Instead, he was cremated with no further ceremony. He wasn't even laid to rest in the family grave and was ultimately treated as an unclaimed body. During his life, he often complained that his relatives were awful people, but judging by his actions, the problem clearly lay with him. Even while hospitalized, he caused endless trouble for the staff. After being discharged, he continued his disruptive behavior, with nowhere to go and no friends left to turn to. He ended up relying on welfare to survive in complete isolation. Despite receiving support, his spending habits didn't change. He quickly squandered the funds and even fell into debt. His fiancée abandoned him entirely, leaving behind debts for which he had unknowingly been made a guarantor. Eventually, unable to endure being pursued by debt collectors, he fled to a remote rural area in what can only be described as a desperate escape. I can't say what was on his mind in his final days, but considering the pain and trouble he inflicted on others during his lifetime, it seems like a fitting end. As for me, the substantial insurance payout he had forgotten about was left in my possession. I donated every penny of it to support those struggling with illness and poverty. Now, I'm determined to move forward and build a new chapter in my life. I hope this contribution will bring a little relief to those who are suffering and help them find some peace.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.